Look like the guy from what's it called?
All right, folks, welcome back. Issue number 66. We finally got a Latino superhero coming. Rick has nothing left to complain about. The national nightmare is over. We have casted a Latino superhero. Finally, we got one. Where's Janine to push the button? We got one. Let's all the Latinos. Let's slide down the fireman's pole and we got one. We got one finally.
All thing in the street, bro.
Oh yeah, where's that mariachi band that's in front of Ted Cruz's house? Send them over, man. We're gonna party. All right, so welcome back to the SF Company Hour, our weekly show here on the SF Comic Book Co. YouTube channel. I am Ray Doomzilla. Here, welcome him back. Did so great the first time. Can't wait to talk to him again. Pinball Mike, the grandest mustache of them all, right there. It's like I like how we have an evolution of facial hair going on right here. Like, Davis, you are the final form. Mike, how you doing, man? How you been?
I'm well tonight. Thank you, Ray. Good to be here.
All right, look, all that Sharks. Are you ready for hockey season? Is hockey season already going? Like, oh yeah, all right. And no one noticed.
It's hard. It's postponed every other week due to some kind of old flu thing going around.
Yeah. Well, it looks cool. It looks cool. Davis, welcome back. How you doing? Good to see you.
Pretty good. Good to be back. I think I need to find some sort of nickname I could put on the screen or something. I don't know. To follow Pin Bike. Hard act to follow.
We'll call you Davis the Good Georgian. We had the bad one last week, so we had the good one.
The bad boy.
The bad boy of Georgia. You're the good boy of Georgia.
I guess I'll have to take that for now. But yeah.
We'll work on it.
It's a work in progress.
We'll work on it for sure. So the coming in hot, the Maximum, the Effortist, the Graysonist, the Nicaraguan Stallion, the West Coast Messiah. What's going on, Rick?
I like that one. Nothing much, man. Was pretty happy, you know. I don't know if I don't have anything to gripe about yet. I will have something to say about that. I'm pretty sure. I'm just making sure the guy hears me. You know.
Yeah.
He's a fan of the show. I've heard.
So if you haven't been here before, we just talk comics, movies, TV shows, what have you. We're going to be talking some of the Mortal Kombat trailer that just came out last week, the Invincible comic book trailer on Amazon Prime. Just some comic book stuff and a bunch of random news we're going to talk about. The great Dr. Doom is getting married. We'll definitely talk about that. We got some figure reveals, too. We're going to talk about some Mezcos and some Marvel Legends got released. I just pulled some highlights just to talk about them real quick. We'll talk about that later. If you're new to the channel, please like the video, subscribe, share with your friends, tell all the kids about it. We love talking to folks. We love interacting with the folks, so we have a fun group of folks that come in every week. And hey now, Gen Expectations, how you doing? Good to see you. Let's see, Danny, baby.
Oh,
everybody's Lori, Davis, the unbow. Yeah. It's like a sunbow, but the unbow. Yeah, it's refreshing. Yeah, if you missed last week's show, we had quite a good time. Our friend Bo, the Southerner Supreme. If you want to check out last week's episode, please. You can. This picture would make a lot more sense if you watched last week's episode. We posted a little clip on online too, just you get a little taste of that. But no pressure on you guys, because after last week, I want to have an adult discussion about nerd stuff this week. Let's not talk about snake whiskey and snake rum and all that stuff.
Keep it cool, man.
Keep it cool, man.
I'm not flush yet.
All right, so let's talk about this right away. Since this dropped a few hours ago, this wasn't on the docket, but we can talk about this. So it looks like Jaime Reyes, Blue Beetle, is finally coming to the big screen. This is directed by Angel Manuel Soto. It looks like what has he done, Rick? Has he directed anything else?
Oh no, he's done a few things, dude. I was like, I looked up his name earlier. The thing is, nothing of note really stood out from what he did. But I'm gonna look him up right now.
Yeah, he did Charm City Kings.
Yeah, it's about the only thing of note that he.
Yeah, and the guy who wrote, he's writing the Scarface remake right now. Garth Dennett Asaro. I can't pronounce his name. But it looks like we're getting this finally getting a Latino character getting some representation. This character, it's the, I think, fourth Blue Beetle. There was two. There was the Golden Age.
Third.
I think there was another one. There was Ted Cord.
Ted Cord was I think Ted Cord was the third one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he's the fourth.
Oh, he's the fourth one. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think he's the fourth Blue Beetle. He's kind of, if you don't know who this Blue Beetle is, he's kind of he's like a nerd. He's almost a Peter Parker-ish kind of. He gets gets the scarab, and he basically gains these like mechanical powers. Gets like a suit of armor. It's kind of like Spider-Man meets Iron Man meets other things. It's kind of a mix of a mixed bag of stuff. But definitely a fun character. Had a great run. Who wrote his original run, Rick?
Dude, I will pick that book up right now.
I know Scott Collins did the art, most of the art for that, which was pretty good. Jaime Reyes, a great character, fun character. He showed up in Smallville. He showed up in the cartoons a couple times. I'm a big Ted Cord fan too. The Blue Beetle from the 80s. I hope he plays a role in this because he's a great character. Like he basically recently he's been playing like the mentor role to Blue Beetle, this new Blue Beetle. So hopefully they kind of bring that role in. And that Ted Cord is pretty much was it Night Owl from Watchmen? That Night Owl is based on the Blue Beetle Ted Cord. So that's why he has the Beetle ship and all that, the ship and all that crap.
I think it was Keith Griffin and John Rogers for the majority of the run. Then Matt Sturges jumped up on it.
Okay. Yeah. So, debuted in 2006. He's part of the Infinite Crisis storyline. Davis, have you read much of Blue Beetle? I know you have limited DC reading, but are you excited about this at all?
I don't honestly. I haven't read a whole lot of it. He's appeared a few things that I've read, but my knowledge on Blue Beetle is pretty limited. He's in the ongoing stack of things to read. So if you got recommendations, I'll take them.
Oh, I'll give you a few after the show.
Yeah, I figured.
Rick will definitely find one. It should be a fun. I think they tried to do a TV series a few years ago that didn't work out. Pinball Mike, you familiar with any of these? This Blue Beetle character?
I know about him. I'm not too DC Universe heavy, but I know the story a little bit, and it should be good to flush out more characters. Why not?
Yeah. Well, I'm just glad they're doing not another Batman movie or not another Superman movie. Like there's so many. We've argued about this before. Like we want to see all these different characters they have. They have a big library of characters, and they start pushing these guys. Yeah, I'm kind of over like 20 Batman movies a year, and everything's Batman. Everything's this, expand the universe, man. DC is never going to grow if they just focus on 3 characters all the time. So,
sure enough.
Yeah. Rick, you've been asking for this for a while. You're super juiced on this. What's your thoughts on this director? I haven't seen anything this guy's directed, so I don't know. I
was just looking at some of his credits. He did it looks like some art house movies, but it looks like they're kind of gritty. So okay. Charm City Kings. It looks like I've heard of it. Didn't get to watch it. I'm not sure what to think about it. I gotta watch more of his stuff. Like same thing with Pattinson. I didn't want to say anything on Pattinson when he came out. I wanted to watch more of his stuff. Watched The Lighthouse. I was like, oh okay, I could see him as Bruce Wayne. And then I watched Tenet. I was like, oh, he's gonna fuck this up. So I don't know. I gotta watch some of his stuff. The only thing that I'm hoping for, and I hope they don't fuck this up. The character's Mexican. Cast Mexican, please.
He'll be played by Zac Efron. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's something like that. It's just like they did this with a Deadly Class. Alex, turned me on to Deadly Class. Read the first book right as that show was coming out, and then I was like, I'm not gonna fucking invest in this shit. Look, the writer didn't even stop this from fucking happening. It whitewashed the character. I was pissed. Everybody made a big stink about what was it? The general from from Hellboy.
When what's his name was gonna play him, and he was like,
Ed Skrein. When Ed Skrein was gonna play him, and then and they made a big fucking stink and everything. He backed away, like a good dude, whatever. I accepted a job I shouldn't have, but okay. He walked away. Much love to that guy. Studio's insensitive for that shit. But I just don't want that shit happening because it just did at around the same time. Studio didn't give a fuck. Oh, it's just for TV. I just don't want that shit. We're getting a Latin superhero, but are we? I mean, casting, giving a Latino director is one thing, but now it's like, dude, please cast a Mexican guy at least. It's in New Mexico.
At least like a part. Like I want him to at least look like Latino.
They're gonna cast Latino, but it's just like it's one of those things how they casted. Like they want to properly. If it's
let's get the AC Slater of fucking actors to play it.
Yeah, I don't want the Mario Lopez of actors and shit. Can you imagine that? Fucking young AC is fucking Blue Beetle with that fucking.
That was the best line in Saved by the Bell of college years when they they finally acknowledged Slater was like Latino. He was like Chicano. He was like Zach was like, "Oh, you're Chicano. I always thought you were Italian." Yeah, we did too. You never acknowledged anything of your race.
I would watch that just to see that fucking line.
It's a great show. We need a disclaimer on that show too. I'm excited. I hope they do this right, and I hope they get this right because if they don't get it right, we're not going to see any more Latinos. Let's see.
The thing is, this is what
it's like one of the main ones. This is like the main Latino superhero we got.
This. If you guys know the manga or the anime, or even the fucking live action movie called The Guyver, that's pretty much what Blue Beetle is. It's the Guyver, the Blue Beetle, the actual scarab is something that Ted Kord had around. He thought it was something mystical.
Yeah.
Turned out it was an alien artifact. And that alien artifact, this thing latches onto your spinal cord. And, now in moments of distress, when he's all agitated, the beetle just comes out, the armor, and takes control of him. It's sentient. It has has a designate sign. I think it's Kajeda. That's that Blue Beetle's name. But there's so many other beetles around there that are fucking soldiers. And what they do is they go out to worlds. You know where I'm going with this, right? They go out to worlds and they fuck up worlds, and then they come back and then they just spread their empire throughout. Blue Beetle is one that he's damaged. So it kind of like bonds to Jaime, and Jaime bonds to him, so it learns from Jaime. And I just hope that they keep that dynamic, and I hope they don't fuck this up. I really don't, because it's I'm trying to find like a story where it's like a boy and an AI like coming to grips and talking together and like working it out, and like one can't survive without the other. It's something like that.
Superman 3, yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, but it's something like that.
You want to see a good like he's probably been best told like on screen in the Young Justice series. If you want to see Blue Beetle done pretty decently, I think they like, so to speak, they've done it justice, that character. So if you want to check out some of his origins, it's probably a good place to start. But the comics are pretty damn good.
Comics are awesome, man. I for if people are looking for that Latino superhero, he's a cool dude, man.
And you're tired of waiting for Rick to get bit by that radioactive tamale,
radioactive crow. It ain't happening. His skin is going. He's got crow marks on his face.
Lori, Nicholas Gonzalez for Blue Beetle.
What? No. No, the guy. For me, I've been saying it for ages. I want Miguel from Cobra Kai as Jaime Reyes.
I can see that.
He looks just like him.
Yeah.
And he already knows martial arts, which is great. In the suit, he's going to be able to just kick the shit out of. He can do it. Sweep the leg.
Right. Who does the voice of the AI?
The guy that did the voice for the Venom symbiote, right? I mean, you should just get that.
That's a good shout. Yeah, I think that would work. I just had Patton Oswalt do it. He did it.
Hey Ray, you'll love this one. Just have Edward
Yeah.
James Olmos do it.
Jaime.
Hey, Jaime, I know what you're doing. No,
Yeah, it's you know, this is just gonna, you know.
I just don't want. I don't want it to be like Selena Gomez fucking being the fucking voice of the AI. That's all I want and shit. Don't fucking yuck this up with like these young Disney actors. I don't know if Sholo is fucking a Disney actor or not, but I think he's my pick. You know, definitely for Blue Beetle and shit. There's a lot of people who are they going to pick for Black Beetle? Black Beetle's probably going to be the villain. So,
no, they're gonna change that. It's just gonna be a, magenta beetle or something. Yeah, it's exciting. Should be good. Hopefully they'll throw some money in this and then go cheap. And yeah, it's good to see some representation for the Latino folks. All right, so I know Rick's happy for once.
I'm dude. I think this is the fucked up part about this. I'm getting excited for the second time. They announced this shit almost a year and a half ago. And now they're re-announcing, oh yeah, we're gonna do this. Like, oh yeah, I'm happy again. Show me. Stop talking about it. Just show me.
Just like this segment. Let's stop.
Show me.
All right. So next, let's jump into this Edgar Wright. Looks like Edgar Wright's going to be jumping into an adaptation of Stephen King's Running Man. Of course, the Running Man was made famous. The great Schwarzenegger movie from a few years ago. Was that 91, 90, 89?
Oh, the Running Man, I think might have been 1990. I'm gonna have to look that up right now. 87?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is being produced by Simon Kinberg. So I'm not really too so this looks like well they're saying they keep on saying Stephen King's Running Man. So I guess this is going to be more on the source material. This was based. I believe this was written under Stephen King's pseudonym, Richard Bachman.
Richard Bachman.
Yeah. So this is what was was it originally called Running Man or was it called something else back in the?
Oh no, it wasn't called The Running Man. It was called. Yeah, man, you're putting me on the spot right now. I know this one too.
I kind of vaguely remember. Once I hear it, I'll be like, oh yeah, that's right. All right, so we got a Running Man coming out. Mike, were you a big fan of the original Running Man?
I was. I thought it was a really fun sci-fi story.
Yeah.
I thought it had a lot of campiness to it that
What's called The Running Man?
You could get through. Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah,
and whenever it comes on, I will watch it wherever it is.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna have like that Schwarzenegger role, like the main guy. Would any thoughts for like the main actor, main guy, the star of the show, The Running Man?
No.
Ben Richards.
One of the Helmsworths, maybe.
Yeah. Actually, that's actually not bad.
I could not Liam. No,
Chris,
I could see Chris definitely.
That's actually a good shout.
I think he might be like the new Schwarzenegger going right now, man.
I think that's a good shout. I like that. I like that pick. He's big. He's got that kind of goofy sense of humor, and like I could see that. And working with Edgar Wright too, I think that he's actually a pretty funny guy. So working with Edgar Wright can definitely pull out some of that. Because it's a serious story. And actually kind of relevant in today's times too. Like this Running Man is probably coming out at the right time, the way entertainment is going too. So Davis, what do you think about this, man? First of all, were you a big fan of the original? And who do you want to see playing him?
It's been a very long time since I've seen that. I don't remember a lot of it, honestly. I am on board for anything Edgar Wright does. He's never disappointed me, so his directing style is pretty spot on for me.
Yeah, for sure.
And his soundtracks are always awesome too, so I'm sure that'll be kick-ass. And I don't know who I'd have to rewatch the movie, and I've never read the book, but I'm not sure who I would pull. They'll probably throw The Rock in if they want big.
Yeah, that's gonna be like the easy answer. Like, just make it The Rock, please. I don't want to see.
That's what I don't want.
I don't want to see
The Rock.
You know what? I wouldn't mind The Rock, but he can't be Ben Richards. He could be Fireball.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing them. They pull because that's how they kind of pulled from in the Running Man. They kind of pulled these guys from different genres and stuff, and a couple of wrestlers too. I wouldn't mind seeing some wrestlers come in and
Wrestlers
coming in, being like some of the villains, the villainous other gladiator types. So Rick, who's going to play the game show host?
Ooh, dude. Who is like the most hated game show host?
Ryan Seacrest. Huh?
You know what? That would not be a bad shout. Or you know what? I don't know.
Turning up his like douche.
I don't know. I don't know if they could get him to do it. I mean, it'd be a lot of money.
Steve Harvey?
No, Simon Cowell.
Simon Cowell is the
Simon Cowell, dude.
Yeah,
I think because of how globally the reach of that particular guy is, I think that would be an awesome fucking pick, dude. Oh my god, yeah.
Speaking of Simons, actually, since it's Edgar Wright, actually Simon Pegg playing the game show host wouldn't be too bad.
Simon Pegg would not be bad, dude. But yeah, I don't know. I think bringing like a real game show host, like how they brought Richard Dawson, it brings something to it because they
how about Gordon Ramsay? Gordon Ramsay has that douchey fucking appeal. Like,
Gordon Ramsay would be a great Killian too, man. Can you like just imagine like the backstage scenes where he's just, like they're fucking touching him. Don't touch the hair, like all of that shit. You could just see him just being a dick to people. Like you have to imagine like that's what you need. You need that guy who could be to the camera, just Mr. Hey, how's it going? Mr. Sakatumi, and just turned it off because he's just like, what's your name? Stan? Yeah, Stan, you're doing a great job down here. That's the guy who was mopping the floor. And then he fucking mopped his feet by accident. And he goes, all right, Stan, you have a good day. As they jump into the elevator, he just instantly turned. If this asshole is still mopping the floor by the end of the day, you're going to be mopping the floor tomorrow. And the doors fucking close. And he's like, let's go. Like, I need somebody who can be asshole like that.
We don't need the whole reenactment of the movie, Rick. I'm
sorry. I'm sorry.
We know you know the movie, Rick.
Hondo move number one.
Maybe you should do it, Rick.
Yeah, Rick has already did half the movie right now.
Dude, it's one of my favorite. Okay,
so
look.
So what do you think, Mike? What do you think? What do you think about this, man? What game show host do you want to see host this?
I'd love to see like the turn, like how Adam Sandler did it with Bob Barker. You get like Pat Sajak to be the host.
Oh yeah,
Pat Sajak would be great
because he's really clean on camera. He could still be really clean back, but his voice could be really biting.
That's good. That's a good shout. Yeah, I could do like a little dark turn. Yeah, I wouldn't mind see somebody cookie cutter like a very cookie cutter like that. Kind of see a dark turn on them. That's a good choice. What about you?
You know who would have been great though? Honestly, it would have been Trebek. Trebek would have been the perfect person.
Yeah, that would have been pretty good. What about you, Davis? Any game show host you think for this role?
That can turn that fast.
There's really not like Drew Carey. Like, there's no like game show.
Yeah, that's actually what I was thinking. I was like, I don't watch like game shows, but Drew Carey comes to mind because I love the Drew Carey show, but I don't know that he's right for that role. So,
let's see. Lori's saying Izzy Morales for the voice. I think she's talking about the voice of the AI.
Oh, dude! I mean, I would be cracking up every time Bob talks to me, though.
John Cena. I think she means John Cena as the Schwarzenegger role. I could actually kind of see that.
Ooh, John Cena as Ben Richards.
Yeah, I could kind of see that. Actually, that's actually.
I could. You know who else I can see him as if they do like those characters, like the character Captain Freedom, but I can see him as Ben Richards, man. Definitely,
I can see that for sure.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. as a game show host. No, that's horrible. I see you hit it out of the park with the John Cena, and then you took it back, Lori, with the Robert Downey Jr. as the game show host.
You disappoint us.
He's going to want $50 million. It's going to solve the budget. No, we can't do it. Sorry, Lori. All right, you minus 1 point for Lori. All right. Yeah, I'm excited about this, man. This seems like a lot of fun. I think it definitely it's definitely relevant too for the time. So it's perfect timing for this. And yeah, like Davis said, anything Edgar Wright does, I'm totally down, man. He's just a great filmmaker, man. I love all this stuff. All right, so yeah, if you're watching out now, please hit the like and subscribe. Share with your friends. Turn on your notifications so you always know when we're coming on. Every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Every Friday we do WandaVisionaries. We're doing an after show for the WandaVision. Great show. It's been killing it. It's been a lot of fun. I think we're going live for the finale right after the season finale next week. Damn, it's already there. So yeah,
oh my god, I'm gonna be tired of shit.
Right. You think you're retired today? Yeah. So it's been a fun show, man. Yeah, you guys all caught up with WandaVision, Mike?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah,
exciting. I just love how deep they're going, or can be going soon.
That last episode was so good.
Yeah, a great ending, and that no spoilers, but there's certain songs in that show really stuck in your head all week. It's great. Yeah, I love how they're just throwing on these little deep Easter eggs and Marvel references, like very very subtle. Some subtle, some not so subtle, but I'm digging it so far. Yeah, and then we'll be doing a full spoiler review once the season's over on the show. We'll be done. Yeah, so that should be fun. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. Kind of hard to talk about non-spoilery, but it's definitely a fun show. Like digging it a lot. So, all right, let's see. Let's jump into. I guess we can talk about this. Let's talk about this real quick. Doom's getting hitched. Not me. The other Doom. This is during Don Slott's run. I guess we I have an image here somewhere. There you go. Don Slott and RB Silva, their run on Fantastic Four is going on right now. So we had a Doctor Doom series by Christopher Cantwell, and that got kind of canceled. Issue 10 came out 2 months ago, and it felt kind of rushed. So this is the reason, because Dan Slott wants to use Doom in the storyline. So it looks like Doom is getting married. It's very exciting. They've kind of haven't shown who the wife is. They kind of they left her veil on purpose, so I guess it's a little mystery who's he actually going to marry. So it looks like this is happening. So the storyline is called Betrothed. It's the first part of the Bride of Doom saga. Begins in May's Fantastic Four number 32. This should be an interesting storyline. This looks like they're pushing Doom hard. Doom's also, we've talked about this I think last week or 2 weeks ago about Doom showing up and the Guardians of the Galaxy. Doom's getting hitched. He's getting a big push. I haven't been a big fan of Dan Slott's Fantastic Four run, but I'll jump back in to read this storyline. It's been kind of hit or miss for me. So I'm curious about what they're going to go with this. This looks like a very loaded wedding. You got Black Panther, you got Namor there, and got the Fantastic Four, and then like some of the things to come on the top right there. So looks like a lot of stuff going on. So I'll definitely jump back in. I'm curious about this storyline. Davis, who do you think Doom's going to marry? Any contenders here? Anybody you think would be worthy of Doom?
Part of me hopes it's just like legitimately he's in love, and it's just someone that's not like a Marvel character, like it's just someone he met on the streets of Latveria.
On Tinder, Latvian Tinder.
There you go. Yeah, exactly.
You just kill anybody that swipes left on him. He just has him killed in the street.
I'm looking for someone
that's what I
into
was
the
thinking,
mystic arts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
He swipes and then he sends a Doombot out to go to them, and and then it goes from there.
He sends a Doombot out to go like date the girl for the first time.
Yeah, go test her out. That's good. Yeah, as soon as anything starts going down, he Actually, like in the comic, Doom is pretty. He's had some action, man. He almost married Scarlet Witch. He's had some romances. He was going back in time and banging Morgan Le Fay. And just a recent comic I've been reading, the Venom Bomb, the Mighty Avengers Venom Bomb. He was like going back in time and banging Morgan Le Fay like 900 years ago. Like he's in this time machine, like go back in time to like have an affair with Morgan Le Fay. So he's it gives us all ugly guys hope that even Doom with his scarred face just have to have that. Just have some country and some charm, and you two can get married. So, Mike, what do you think about Doom getting married, man? Are you excited about the nuptials? Are you invited to the wedding?
Yeah, it's exciting. It's 60 years of Fantastic Four, and Doom's been their nemesis, and I just hope he's finally able to let go of Sue Richards, maybe.
That was more of a competition thing with Sue. He's never really been into Sue. He's more like just kind of like he wants to stick it to Reed any way he can. Yeah. He's just
Well, yeah, like David says, I hope it's true love. I hope it's not somebody who's gonna mess with him later down the line and make him even more angry than he is, and
Well, the next storyline is. He's in Guardians. He goes to space, so I guess it's I don't know how.
Doesn't last long.
It's it's gonna be a long distance thing. Is she gonna be with him in space? That could maybe leave a clue to who she is. Maybe it's somebody space related.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a couple that could be what's her name? Victorious from the Cantwell run. She's kind of like his henchman. There was kind of a little bit of flirting with him. It's hard to say who this is going to be. If this is going to be a new character, is this going to be somebody else? So Rick, what do you bring to the wedding party, Rick?
Well, I don't know. Cupcakes. I'm bringing cupcakes, man.
What do you get for the man that can destroy everything?
The head of Reed Richards. That's what you do.
Oh.
that's what you bring.
No, man. I'd bring like little marzipans and shit, you know. A batch of cannolis. How about that? I bring a batch of cannolis. My cannolis are good. Make it from that. I know. I just want to know what's going on with Doom. Is this like for real? Is this a work? Is in the wrestling sense? Is he fucking working an angle? Of course he is. You know. I want to know now. I want to know what the fuck what angle you're working. We already know you. You're fucking devious as shit. But what's the angle you're working for? Apparently, you're always thinking you're saving the world. So it's like, what does he have to do to save the world? He has to get married. Like, who is this person? Do we know yet?
No, it's a mystery. I think that's the point of the story. It's kind of a mystery.
Dude, if it turns out to be like a scroll or some shit, that'll be fucked up.
Well, it's a part of the storyline is pretty much Johnny Storm's ex-wife is a scroll. He married Alicia's
Secret Invasion shit still?
No, this is way before Secret. This is like in the 80s, like mid to late 80s. He married Alicia Masters, who is of course Ben Grimm's girl from like back in the blind girl from back in the day. And he married they broke up a while, and then Johnny Storm started dating her, and we discovered, and he ended up marrying her. So that's why I can't stand Johnny Storm. He's kind of a prick. Like you do that to Ben Grimm, the one girl that he's been in love with and that loved him during this time, and
he's a prick, dude. Fuck Johnny Storm for that.
But she was discovered to be a scroll. She was a scroll named Leia.
Okay, was she a scroll the whole time, or did she just take over that girl's life?
Took over Alicia Masters. That's what. Yeah. So yeah, this is pre-Secret Invasion. So and before that. So, but actually, she's a great character in the DeFalco run. She's she's definitely she was part of the Fantastic Four for a minute too.
What an asshole.
Yeah, Johnny Storm's a prick. I don't like Johnny Storm. I used to hate Reed Richards like a lot because
fuck him, dude. Fuck him and the other four who fucked the Hulk.
I like Reed. I like Reed now. I read some cool stories with Reed. He's a prick, but he knows.
Fuck you been. That's where he goes. It's starting. There's a bin now. I'm gonna have to start writing it. People in the fuck you bin. That's Reed Richards, Iron Man. Fuck you.
You haven't read enough Iron Man and Reed Richards to say that, Rick.
No, you know what? It's character flaws in their character, right? They're pricks. They shouldn't have done shit.
Tony Stark, but I'll give you some Reed Richards stories you can read, and you'll change your mind.
It's hard to fucking go back for what they did to the Hulk, dude. That's some fucking douchebaggery up to the 10th of the umpteenth level. It's to the nth degree.
Yeah,
fucking nth metal.
Like what Mike was saying, this is the 60th anniversary, and like Dr. Doom is pretty much the fifth. He's the fifth Beetle. He's like the fifth member of the Fantastic Four. You can't tell a proper Fantastic Four story without having Doom involved in some way. So yeah, I'm glad the Fantastic Four are finally getting a push. Like I said, Dan Slott's run hasn't been like great. It's been kind of hit and miss for me, mostly miss. But I'll jump back in to read this storyline. Any Doom storyline, I'm definitely jumping back in trying to read. But yeah, it's definitely been kind of all over the place. But it kind of sucks too that we lost Christopher Cantwell's run to get into this. So it better be worth it. Like I better see some cool shit out of Doom if you're going to cancel a wonderful series like Christopher Cantwell's and Salvador Larroca's series for this. So we'll see. Hopefully.
You said Don Slott?
Yeah, Dan Slott. Yeah, the guy who did Dan Slott. Yeah, he did Superior Spider-Man. He did a long run on Spider-Man. Yeah. It's we'll see. I'm hoping for the best. I'm always hoping for some good Doom stories. So we'll see. And I'm glad the Fantastic Four are getting a push. So that's always awesome. All right. Let's see. Let's jump into. Todd McFarlane announced this week he's going to be he's said 2021 will be the year of Spawn. Spawn has just hit a big milestone last year. He hit the issue 300, so that was a big deal. So it kind of like Spawn comics have always been kind of a mess. Like you can't really. I've had this discussion with people before. Like you can't really remember like that storyline, other than like the first 12 issues where it was kind of crazy all over the place, where Neil Gaiman and Frank Miller and Alan Moore were writing storylines because McFarlane was just throwing money at them. Like for the most part, like Spawn really hasn't really had that. Even I asked Spawn fans like what's your favorite Spawn storyline? What's that memorable arc? What's that memorable? No one can really tell. Angel Spawn, like no one cares about that crap. There's definitely a fan base that loves Spawn. He just had his figure Kickstarter a couple last year, and it went like $4 million. It sold like $4 million in figures. Like it was a big fucking hit for him. So he wants to expand the Spawn universe. There's a movie that's always been kind of in the making, and it's been in production for like 10 years. I don't know if that still might be happening. I think Blumhouse is going to be making that. So he kind of wants to bring Spawn, a shared universe, kind of Spawn universe, using all the different Spawn characters. It looks like he's bringing Danny Cates in to kind of spearhead it. It's interesting. I like Spawn has a concept. I like Todd McFarlane. I'm a big McFarlane mark, but Spawn has a character that's never really got me super juiced. I always thought he looked cool. The figures are always cool, but yeah, the storylines have never been like, oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to read that Spawn. Unless Todd McFarlane was drawing it, I wasn't really super juiced on it. So this is the year of Spawn. He's going to try to push Spawn. He's going to throw some money at this, and he wants to expand the universe. Pinball Mike, I just saw you pull down that Violator figure. What do you think, man? Oh yeah, I think everybody had that figure at some point in the 90s.
Yeah, right. I got it last time, yeah.
Yeah.
We had enough.
So what do you think about this, Mike? What do you think about Spawn expanding his universe?
I'm excited. Todd McFarlane is filling in some shoes that are empty recently. I'm not saying he's going to be Stan Lee, but he's going to take his universe and show everyone what it's all about, and hopefully slow down and get a storyline, get an arc that people can go, oh yeah, I remember that series that led into this. And,
yeah.
There's a little link that he says he knows two things, paper and plastic. So Todd McFarlane is just doing what he knows, and it's exciting. It should be really fun art and fun all around.
Yeah, so it looks like we're gonna get 4 books. It looks like it begins in June with Spawn Universe #1, and that's gonna set the stage for stuff. Then we're gonna have another book called King Spawn, and then the Gunslinger Spawn. So basically all the different iterations of Spawn. What do you Davis, what was your favorite Spawn?
Exactly. I've read probably the first 60 or so issues, and it doesn't. There's not
it's a mess.
The art is amazing, but the plot's all over the place. There's a lot of position and the pages of the TV news anchors, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Why? What is going on? But I think for me, Spawn, it's kind of like the Ramones to me. That I like what he represents, but I'm not that into they're not my favorite punk band,
you just pissed off a bunch of people right now, man.
I know. I'm sure
this might be the first time we get letters.
Anti-Ramones. Wow,
it's good. This is good press. Okay, this is good press. But I don't know. It's he represents kind of breaking away from Marvel and DC and kind of doing his own thing, and it was a big breakout character in that aspect. I feel like. Will I read the books? I'm probably gonna wait till they've been out for a minute, and I'll see what people say and everything, and maybe check them out. But it said there's going to be a team book and 2 or 3 others. So it feels kind of like a cash grab to me, just because everyone's doing an extended universe now to do multiple movies and all that. So,
and it's just it's all it's kind of cheese too. I have Gunslinger. He's a Spawn from the Old West, and we have all these gimmicky Spawn. Lady Spawn and all the Angel Spawn, all this it just put Spawn into anything. It's that's a Spawn. Just reminds me of those Batman figures from the 90s. It was Arctic Batman,
Arctic Frost Batman,
Nightlight Batman.
Radioactive.
It's cheese for sure. I kind of like when Image a few years ago they kind of had a shared universe, had Invincible crossing over with Savage Dragon and Spawn. I kind of like that group of characters kind of expanding. I would love to then if they would just do like a team book, like a their own like Justice League, like throw Spawn in there, so Savage Dragon, Invincible, all their like main guys, just kind of create a superhero team in there, that kind of universe. So I don't know if I'm super juiced for like a Spawn shared universe, but looks like they have a lot of talent, a lot of talented artists behind it. They're bringing Danny Cates, which is an amazing writer. So Rick, what do you think of all of this, man? Excited about Spawn?
Well, I think, is he prepping to this so he can have more stories to do a movie, or to explain the movies better, to create the world?
I think he just wants to build that. He wants to build.
He's
that
building a universe. That's what he's doing.
He's saying this is like the third step of this character,
So
which
it sounds like it's all like Ghost Rider shit, right? That's what it sounds like to me. That's right now how he's Ghost. We're gonna have Gunslinger Spawn and all this shit. All of these kind of spawns. And I'm like, dude, that's an overkill on Spawn.
I want Spawn.
And the thing that you said that hit me the most is, name a Spawn storyline that is fucking memorable. The only one that I fucking remembered, honestly, is the beginning, the storyline, the overall, the first arc, and what leads to all the shit with Cagliostro later on. And after that, honestly, I kind of tuned out. I was just like, all right, feels like, one shot. Why'd they wash this over? Oh, introduction of a new character. Who's this guy? Just like, if you know what it felt like, Mortal Kombat Annihilation at one point. Because everybody fucking showing up, and you're like, all right, you're here. Who owes who money? What the fuck? And I think that's because, was Todd writing it back then?
Todd was writing it, and then
not the greatest writer back in the day, dude.
No, he's not. He's a visual story.
He's an idea man. He's an idea man.
Yeah, he's definitely a visual guy. You can just look at his Spider-Man run, his solo Spider-Man when he was like, it's not the best writing, but it's a fun story because the visuals are so great. His art made up for it. And like I did, like Greg Capullo's art when he took over for Todd when he I think issue 20 or something, like that's when Capullo kind of took over. And he kind of underappreciated. I just thought he looked like a fake McFarlane.
He's a good artist, man.
He's a good artist on his own. I like his Batman stuff when he got away from McFarlane. But yeah, definitely not excited about it. Like if I hear it comes, this is amazing. This is like the greatest thing ever. Like you were saying, there's not really memorable. I think probably the most memorable thing I remember from Spawn is when he had the crossover with Batman. And the batarang. He hit him with the batarang in the face. And I give respect to McFarlane. He actually kept that going in the comic. He had Spawn had shoelaces
really?
So in the comic he continued that. He felt the effects.
That's dope, man.
There you go. Yeah, shoelace.
I got some of the old cards I found.
Oh, look at all that money. Look at all that money, man.
Oh yeah. We'll start the bidding later on.
Yeah. Did you guys hear about the X-Force #1 card, the Deadpool card? Somebody got it graded, and they got it graded as a rookie card because that's pretty much his rookie card. That's his first card, so they count it as a rookie card. So somebody got it graded and sold it for like $10,000. And and everybody freaked out. People started buying all these X-Force numbers, and then people realized, there's 1 billion X-Force #1s out there, and there's probably 500,000 with the Deadpool card in it. So people were trying to speculate, and people were the prices on cards were going through the roof. Wow. And people were going crazy for nothing because everybody they didn't realize how many fucking those cards are out there. I've seen the X-Force #1 bagged in dollar bins, quarter bins for years. And so I thought it was a pretty funny story that people were you could see some of the prices of some of the cards. I have a shitload of cards. I have a binder full of cards. It looks like Davis has a big binder full of cards too. I have a few binders full. I actually have that X-Force, that Deadpool card. I was like, people were telling me to sell. I was like, by the time I get that shit graded and back to me, it's gonna be back to being a $5 thing because you already see the prices dwindling already. People freaked out. So I'm glad to see the cards or people interested in the cards. I still kind of collect cards every once in a while. I buy a pack of superhero cards, and I'm more of I collect characters, so I can have a bunch of Spider-Man cards, Wolverine cards, Hulk cards, Flash cards. So I have all my characters separated. So that's how
you need a Doom?
I have that Doom. Yeah,
I'm sure you do.
I have a couple pages of Doom. Yeah, I have a shitload. Yeah, maybe one of these days we'll go through one of the binders and we'll kind of check those out. It's funny how the speculation just kind of ran wild over that, but it was a pretty funny story. Yeah, you never know what hidden gem you might have in your collection. So, yeah,
Dude, that reminds me of like when we're kids and all we hear about is like the Mickey Mantle rookie cards and all this shit. You know, when you hear about baseball cards, but like. Now these people hearing that is like, okay, well, realizing those rookie cards back in the day were super scarce. Like you said, Ray, those things are fucking like they were printed out by the droves, dude. There's tons of them in like dollar bins everywhere. If you look right, if you go to conventions, you can get it for like $1.
Yep.
What's wrong with you guys?
Yeah, it just one guy, was smart enough to do it, and the first one to do it, and everybody like blew up and speculated.
But who? First of all, I want to know who fucking spent $10K on that shit.
That's some idiot.
Oh my god.
Speculator, some idiot speculator knows nothing about the comic, just saw, it's a rookie card and it's a high grade. So that's the problem with that grading system. You throw a high grade on any piece of crap, especially shit from the 90s. It sucks, but anytime somebody says, I have this collection, you should check it out. Like, is it from the 90s? And if they tell me, I was like, dude, it's not worth anything. I probably have all that shit you have on the night. It's not worth shit. Mm-hmm. It's rare that something's worth anything from the 90s because they overblew the market. All the spectator market, that's what killed it, and they're kind of doing it again with all these like variant covers they're doing now. They're doing all this bullshit grading system. It's the 90s all over again. It's the speculators market, and it's gonna crash again. And all those comic fans are gonna be stuck, with a billion variants that don't mean shit. So, whatever. David, so what cards did you used to collect back then? Like the Marvel and the Image cards and stuff.
I found a whole binder in a box full of all those things. If you want me to flash up some of them real quick.
Yeah. I just want to see your holograms, okay?
Man. Right? Was that from the first Marvel series, those holograms?
All over the place, man.
Yeah, dude, I fucking missed those cards.
We got these guys.
Oh, those are dope.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, the art's pretty cool. Let's see what else we got. Kind of fun holograms. I've got the team ones. There's Excalibur and a bunch of other, and it's mostly X-Men related stuff. I pulled a few ones that are related to topics tonight, actually, and from a few weeks ago when I was on that Robin hot toy. There you go.
Oh,
Cod piece and all.
Well, those are the chromium cards, right? Or the chrome cards?
I got.
That was from the Batman.
They're from Batman Forever.
Yeah, it's a Batman Forever series. Yeah, I still collect
hologram cards. That's sick.
That's sick.
Yeah, if I ever meet Tommy Lee Jones, getting him to sign this bad boy.
Oh yeah, give it to Bo. You'll find him.
Yeah.
And Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore. Yeah.
Who's the other girl too? That's the girl from Goodfellas too.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I know her too.
I got that appetizing picture of the Blob.
Wow.
This weird one of Iceman from the Haunted Mansion series.
I have that one. Yeah.
Yeah. I've also got one of Beast as like Ben Franklin. It's real weird.
Yeah, I got the Cyclops as Elvis. He's dressed as Elvis.
Debbie Mazar. Sorry.
Oh, okay. This kind of terrifying Hobgoblin.
Oh wow.
Let's see. And then I found these. Do you have these where that are like they're kind of raised a little bit, like you could feel them. You can feel Colossus's washboard abs. You can rub Xavier's head. You know, feel the ridges. And if you want to, you can pet J. Jonah Jameson's mustache.
That's right. Yeah. Awesome
stuff. Yeah, a whole bunch of random things.
Oh, see, that's the series right there, right?
Oh, nice.
The Spider-Man in the Peter slot. Yeah. That's the only way I can equate it. That's the Peter slot right there.
Yeah. So I've got tons of these, man. It's all characters. All the Wolverine.
Oh, you did it by character, not by series.
I go by characters. Yeah, So I'm trying to get to the Deadpool. Yeah. So that's the card that everybody's freaking out about.
That's a 10K card.
That's
dude,
what somebody got.
Dumb motherfucker, whoever did that shit.
Yeah, exactly. So that's $10,000 right there, man. If I want to sell.
God damn. Should have beat him to the punch, right?
Yeah. So if I was only smart enough to get it graded But yeah, I have a character. Some characters were harder to find, really. Like like Quicksilver was hard to find for a long time because they didn't really make too many Quicksilver cards. But it's a it's a lot of money in here. Yeah, there you go. This is my favorite one.
Doom baby.
Wow.
Franklin Richards.
There goes that Doom right.
That's his Tinder photo right there, bro.
There you go.
And the holograms from the first series. Those are those were actually this was second series. No, this is second series. Yeah.
Marvel second series.
Yeah, the Impel when they had that was the shit back in the day, man. Yeah. Yeah, I had some cool ones. Yeah, I have some signed ones. I have some sketch cards. I have a bunch of this crap. Yeah, it's Flash.
I miss those cards, man.
Yeah.
All my cards, dude. When I moved about like 15 years ago, you can't find certain boxes, you know.
There you go. I got your a compliment to your Robin card right there.
Oh, nice. Does it have the nipples? I can't see
and
the
all.
nipples.
Yeah, they're embossed.
They're embossed. And you can rub your finger over it. It's cool to see them. They're actually like being worth some money now, like which is funny. But yeah, they're not. Yeah, I don't see it. You got all the sets, right? Complete sets in there.
I have a bunch of complete sets. Yeah, they're not all in here, but I have another box with all of them. But these are like the best.
The Pogs.
Oh, Pogs, yes.
Pogs.
Oh man, I want that black costume Spider-Man one, man.
You got Elf.
$10,000. That's all it'll cost you. Let's see what we got. Wildcats, if you remember them.
I fucking remember Wildcats.
Isn't that Wildcats?
Yeah, that's
Maul.
Yeah, that's a Damonite right over there.
Yeah.
It's a Matt Damonite?
Damonite, yeah.
Matt Damonite.
Oh, dude, Grifter. Yeah, that's cool.
I got a bunch of like monster. Oh, I got some Spawn ones actually. Of course I do. There we go.
I have a Pog, Spawn Pogs.
Those are fucking dope.
My favorite one I found in here was it's like the Hollywood monsters as the monument, you know.
Oh, that's fucking awesome, man.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty neat. But yeah.
Yeah, the
Exciting stuff.
Yeah, I sell them now because I don't see it lasting too long. This trend.
I think when we can have a like an in-person meetup for SF Comic Company, we should have all of our Pogs out and we'll do a big tournament.
Yes.
And we could sponsor the show, you know, that way.
We're back in Pog form.
Yeah.
It's weird that people that's why I don't like that grading shit, because you could take any piece of crap and this is a 10-point whatever and sell it for way. It's happening in all like genres. It's happening in the video games. People are grading video games like sealed games, loose games, and like like there's been like Spider-Man Activision from Atari that people paid like $9,000 for, or $10,000, and then every time like somebody tries to sell one, like it goes lower and lower. People are just discovering like, dude, there's so many out there. There's so many of these fucking things out there, and people are just speculating and trying to get that next big thing. But it's kind of it's kind of a waste, but it's kind of killing the fun.
Mike, do you ever just encase your pinball machines so you can never play them ever again? Just like put them in a big plastic box and seal them up forever?
No, the closest I get is like unplugging them. That's the closest I get. No.
Yeah,
why would I do such a thing?
It's meant to be admired and played with.
Madness, I tell you, madness.
Yeah, it's funny when Ray talked about how the '90s figures had just been blowing out because everyone had them because they made so many of them. I got one point that I was like, I'm just gonna open them and play with these, and I opened a bunch of them one day and just had a great, anyway.
Yeah, it's a lot of them. Yeah, and I see some of them.
Prison Break.
I see some people like overinflating.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and people overinflating some of the prices on some of that shit, but like they kind of overvalue them. Like, dude, there's so many out there. There's so many things, and maybe another 10 years it will probably be even more rare. And like a lot of people, maybe it'll go up a certain price. But the '90s were a bad time, man. But still nostalgic because I was knee deep in it, man. I bought the cards, about the comics, about the toys, so I was knee deep in that whole fucking thing, man. I wouldn't take it back for anything. Yeah, I just have a bunch of fucking 9 boxes of '90s comics that are fucking worth nothing. So it's it'll keep us warm during the apocalypse, so it's fun. All right. So, folks, if you enjoyed that riving discussion about cards from the 90s, please like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. Our friend Spider-Man does, so you do it. Hit like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Helps with the analytics. Cool. All right, so let's. I guess let's talk. Since we were talking about some toys, let's jump into this. There's some highlights. This is the weekend that usually is a Toy Fair weekend. Usually, the big toy reveals get released. It's usually happens in New York. I'm always glued because I love seeing the new releases and stuff. What's coming out. So a lot of what things cons have been doing. They've been kind of doing online stuff. So Mezco and Hasbro did a couple things. They kind of had a bunch of releases. Mezco had a shitload of releases. So I'm just going to go through and kind of talk about some of the highlights from the weekend. So Mezco 112 is 6-inch figures. They're very popular. High-end. They're all cloth good. They're like real clothes on them. Great articulation. They're like basically like the next step up from like Marvel Legends or what have you. They're like the next evolution of figures before you get to the super high end like Hot Toys. So they're the middle ground from the cheap stuff to the really expensive stuff. They're still pretty expensive. They range usually from like 80 to 120. It depends on the accessories and the bases and stuff. So we got Mezco coming out. They came out with a bunch of releases this weekend. A lot of these haven't been on pre-order. They're not on pre-order yet. These being high end and kind of more, they take more time to manufacture. So these probably a lot of these probably won't be coming out until next year, I would assume, and then pre-orders will probably happen this year. So we'll go through some of the highlights. First, I guess we'll talk about this Gotham guy by Gaslight. They do a shitload of Batman figures, like way too many Batman figures. So this is another one they're doing, which I think it looks kind of cool. I like the Gotham by Gaslight, like the cloak and stuff. It looks kind of cool. Yeah, it says, have you read that storyline, Davis? The Gotham by Gaslight? Some of the Elseworld stuff?
I don't think so. He's giving me a Jack the Ripper feel, though.
It's exactly. That's exactly during the Jack the Ripper times, too. It's actually a pretty decent story. Yeah, pretty cool. I like all those like Batman and Superman stories are like not in continuity and like they're kind of like Elseworld, different realities and stuff. So that's definitely a good one to check out. All right, yeah, that one looks cool. Let's see, we're gonna get some Planet of the Apes. They already came out with the Dr. Zaius, so we're gonna get Cornelius. This is gonna be from I believe Conquest of Planet of the Apes. So we're gonna get not Cornelius, Cornelius, and we're gonna get the apes, the prisoner apes with the guns, with the jumpsuits and the machine guns, which look awesome. I'm not sure if this is gonna come with a 3-pack or what have you, but I'm kind of digging the look of those. Pinball Mike, have you seen any of these Mezcos before, man? Have you heard of these before?
I haven't. No, they look like exciting figures.
They're fun. Yeah, they're definitely for the the quote unquote serious collector, but they're not definitely not cheap playthings for sure. Let's see, we got this new Wolverine sculpt. They had one of the ones they had a few years ago. It was like a Toy Fair exclusive. It was a Tiger Stripe Wolverine. They usually do their like own versions of characters, like kind of their twist on characters. So it didn't look. This one is more of a comic accurate one, and the Toy Fair one that came out a few years ago, it goes for like $500. And so when they posted this, a lot of people were like, "Oh, I'm selling mine," because this is definitely a better version, probably a lot more cheaper. So I thought it was pretty hilarious how they released a new Superman 2. Those were like the two big ones, like the Superman figure they released and the Wolverine figure they released. They were like $500, whatever. So yeah, I like how they were all freaking out when these new ones were revealed. Like, oh yeah, sorry, you're you kept scalp and kind of try to milk prices for these characters. So they got some new ones coming out. So I thought it was pretty funny watching all these Mezco fanboys freak out that their price of their figure is going to go down now. So that was cool. I thought that was a cool looking Wolverine. We got Fantastic Four. They teased this last year. They teased this. They teased that they were going to do Fantastic Four figures. So I think this might be a 4-pack. So this might be a cool set. I don't know if I want to get all 4 of them. If they came like individual, I'd probably get that thing. That thing looks amazing. It looked dead on comic book thing. I don't really care about the Human Torch. Sue looks good, and the Reed looks good. But I don't think if it's a 4-pack, I'm not trying to spend $400 on that. But it looks cool. Looks cool as fuck. So the one thing I wanted was a Doom figure. Of course, it didn't happen this weekend. So everybody was kind of like wanting Doom. So I think this will be the next step on them actually doing a Doom figure, because everybody wants that. They want Mezco to do a Doom figure. And they also got the license for G.I. Joe. They're doing G.I. Joe now too. So the Mezco is just they're absorbing all these licenses, man. So this is another one they got too. So this is pretty exciting. They're doing G.I. Joes. I won't be getting this one, but it's cool that they're doing these G.I. Joes, and a lot of these G.I. Joe exclusives are being a pain in the ass to find. So now they got an expensive one you can actually pre-order and actually get. So that's gonna be pretty interesting to see how that plays out. And this one, the special one, just for Rick. As soon as I saw it, I was like, "Oh, Rick's gonna be juiced." The Crow, yes. Brendan Lee's Crow. This actually looks really cool. I'm not a big fan of the movie, but this looks good.
It's a troll move. It's good. It's good. I'll take it. I'll see it.
So the Crow, they're doing the Crow. It looks pretty damn cool. I heard a couple people were excited about that. I like I didn't say what it's going to come with, but they're pretty low. I'm sure it'll come with the guitar and all the cool shit. Probably a couple guns and
want the weather vane.
I would the sword. Yeah, I can see that. I see them doing that. Davis, what do you think of these, man? These Mezco figures, man? Anything stand out to you?
That one actually looks pretty cool. I'm not like super into the Crow either, but that does look.
The sculpt looks badass, right?
Yeah, it looks pretty good, man. For the 112 size, it looks pretty damn good.
I think it probably will come with two head sculpts. Hopefully,
yeah, I think it comes with 2 head sculpts. Yeah, like you said, it'll probably come with the weather vane, a guitar. I could see probably like a little crow.
Yeah,
actual crow. Yeah, well, not an actual crow, but a toy crow. What about you, Mike? Any of these stand out to you?
No, they all look like just good figurines, and I do like how the like you said, the heads, the different faces, different looks. Like I imagine that Destro has a different head that comes to him too. I imagine.
Yeah, I think he has one where he's like shouting, like kind of yelling Cobra or something. Yeah, so it's pretty exciting, like seeing them do like these different licenses. They have like the Power Rangers license too. They have like they got a bunch of licenses. Halloween 2. Yeah, they got some good licenses, man. So what about you, Rick? Other than the Crow, what other any other?
Well, I was looking. Halloween 2 looks good. I'm still really iffy on that Superman. I don't know.
Yeah. The new one.
Yeah. The other one I was hoping for. They look all right. Is that theirs? They do a Bill and Ted's one?
That's the 5. That's like the 5-inch figures.
Okay, because I might just get the 5 points, right? I might get one of those too, because it's Bill and Ted, man. But those look kind of ill. The Mezco shit looks dope. And that Batman though, dude, that cape that he's got, that is so fucking Doom. You know what I mean? It's just got the fucking.
I thought of that too. When it's very Doomish for sure.
I could already see Ray buying this and then fucking just taking that shit off, putting it on another character.
No, you can't customize these fucking things. You're fucking you can, but you better be committed to fucking. It's an expensive fucking hobby for sure. Yeah, they're doing. They're doing Ultraman too. They have an Ultraman figure coming.
Ultraman looks sick.
Yeah, so they're pretty cool, man. I dig them for sure.
Pennywise too.
That's a living. It's one of the other offshoots. That's not.
It's something else. Oh,
yeah, it's not a Mezco, not a 112. It's a Mezco, but not a 112. Yeah, they got the Power Ranger. They got the Power Rangers coming out too. So they got a lot of licenses, man, and they got a lot of shit coming out. So it's definitely a fun brand for sure. They put a lot of love into it and a lot of detail in their figures. So it's cool. It's definitely it's expensive. They're expensive, but they're fun for sure. If you really love the character, if certain characters you love so much, it's like the definitive like 6-inch version of them. So if you're if you're into it, definitely recommend them for sure. All right, let's see. Getting the Crow is
I'm getting the Crow.
I figured that was a must buy for you. Yeah, out of those, I don't think I'm going to pre-order any of them. Out of those, I got enough shit pre-ordered. But if I had to, probably the Fantastic Four. Depends if they're all together. I probably won't. But if I can buy them individually, I'll probably get that thing in Sue Storm. I don't think I'll try to buy the whole set. But we'll see. We'll see if I get crazy. It comes with a Doctor Doom for sure. And so, speaking of Doctor Doom, we had Marvel Legends. We had a bad guy series coming out for Marvel Legends. So we got a couple of the highlights. I pulled Lady Deathstrike, cool looking Lady Deathstrike. in her classic costume. We got an arcade from the X-Men. He played a big role. Like he's a great insane character. So if you read any of the X-Men from back in the day, he's a great character. Definitely want to see him in one of the movies popping up. I think he'd be a great.
I do too.
I think he'd be a great villain to come in and cause some havoc. And a great idea for a character. Basically, just pinball. Mike, you would relate to this guy. He just basically he traps you in a big game room. Like it's called Murder World. It's a bunch of like games and like all kinds of crazy fucking situations and shit. And he like basically tries to murder you with games and pinballs and arcades and shit. So
my heroes
would make a great pinball machine. I think have the X-Men arcade like pinball machine. That'd be great.
The Murder World arcade. That's a fucking excellent. All right, Mike. Call your people, Mike. Get it going. Get on the pinball phone. And so we got, and of course we got God Emperor Doom. This is from the Secret Wars, the Jonathan Hickman Secret Wars storyline. So this is basically Doom after he defeats the Beyonders. Basically becomes God, and he becomes
sick. That's Thanos, right?
And that's Thanos' skull and spine right there. Thanos tries to confront him, and Doom just fucking like rips out his fucking skull. It's a great scene.
Predators his ass.
Yeah, it's a great scene because it's Doom just punking on Thanos so easily.
Oh wow!
It's a great storyline. I love that Hickman Secret War storyline. It's a great looking Doom. That's already pre-ordered, so that's already on it. And so the whole wave. The Build-A-Figure is Zimnu. It's a really obscure character. I think he debuted in the Hulk back in the day, or one of those. I think maybe a Hulk. Right now, if you're reading Immortal Hulk, he's like one of the main like villains characters in it. So, what a pretty obscure character to like bring in for a Build-A-Figure. But it's I won't be getting all the other ones, but definitely a cool looking idea for a Build-A-Figure. But definitely getting the Doom for sure. Any of these stand out to you guys?
I like the Lady Strike. I think she's kind of a cool character.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, how do y'all feel about the build of characters? I was looking through the website and all the figures, and it seemed like they put the pieces, with the ones that they know are not going to sell as many.
Yeah.
So you have to buy them, and
it's very strategic. Yeah, for sure. Like the X-Men wave that's coming out soon. Like all the characters have Build-A-Figure, but Wolverine. Because they only buy Wolverine. So it's kind of a smart strategic move.
Strategy.
Yeah. So it's definitely a move for sure. Some of the Build-A-Figures are cool looking. I have a couple. Like I don't really have too many, but I've never like buy a wave just to like put the figure together. I kind of always buy them separate, like after the fact. Because I usually don't like. Usually on a wave, I like 2 or 3 figures. It's rare that I actually like the whole wave. So it's definitely strategic though, for sure. But what about you, Rick? Any of these stand out to you?
Cycle through those again. I thought you had I love that. Just for the accessory alone, that'd be great, dude.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And then
Arcade. I think I had a problem with Arcade's head, like his face sculpt. It just looks too plain. The character's sick. I love the fucking cane and everything else, but those head sculpts look a little off to me.
Yeah, they probably look better.
Who would you want to play? Who would you want to play Arcade in X-Men movie? You think? Who's a prominent ginger that you think could do it?
Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not lying, but when I think that when I think of Arcade, I think of him as a twitchy fucker. So I just think it'd be Jesse Eisenberg, some kind of like, here we go, X-Men. Like, all right.
Donald Gleason.
Donald Gleason's also a good choice, right?
Yeah,
that's a straight up serious fucking like he'd be scary kind of a choice.
Yeah,
he crushes everything.
Yeah, imagine him with the bow tie and the suit. Just
that's a good
manic
call.
and crazy. Yeah, I can see that.
Was that all the figures or who
it's coming out the hood's coming. They have come out with a hood figure. They got an AIM soldier, a Red Skull. Yeah, I wasn't too impressed with the Red Skull and the other.
Dormammu's like, okay, I don't know who wants the Dormammu figure.
Dormammu's a fine character.
I want Dormammu.
I want the Dormammu full head figure.
From
the head Dormammu.
And he's just gonna put that shit and put all his figures in front of it. They're gonna be fighting him.
That's the
Dormammu.
I don't like
Red
the
Skull?
smiley Red Skull face. I like the
always-
I like the other head sculpt for sure on
The other head sculpt looks cool, but it looks a little Ben Grimmish, don't you think?
Well, he has those weird eyebrows.
That's it.
Like eyebrows, I mean, the same thing.
It looks a little Ben Grimmish to me, but yeah.
Well, they kind of have the same kind of look. I can see that for sure.
But that fucking smile, dude, it looks it's creepy as shit.
It's like a Republican smile, and they got the Marvel's the Hood figure, which I'm not really feeling. I think the cape is a little too stiff. And they said like if you take the hood off, he just looks like an angry action figure collector. So they made that they pointed that out during one.
I didn't know they made my figure.
Yeah, just yelling at fucking Target employees and shit. So yeah, I don't like the cape. The cape looks a little too weird and too stiff. So yeah, but yeah, definitely. I think the Doom is
that one looks fucking raw, dude. Just that fucking piece.
Yeah, it's definitely a must buy for me on that one. All right, let's see here. We got a couple things. Lori, most expensive baseball card ever sold. It was 1909. Honus Wagner, $3.12 million. Yeah.
Yeah, but what year was that sold? That'd be another thing.
I think it was.
You have to imagine like the price difference. If that was sold like in 1972, like it sold for 3.12 million, what would that be selling for now?
Yeah.
Honus Wagner, that was a sick ass card, dude.
Favorite Planet of the Apes movie? The first one is my favorite. I like the first one, and I find Escape from the Planet of the Apes kind of charming. I like that whole concept of them coming to the time traveling and stuff.
I think Beneath was probably one of my favorites.
Beneath, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the one where there was like a council, right? Like
Beneath was the second one. Yeah, that's the one where like Charlton Heston was in it for like 2 seconds and like they exploded, that big mutant brains and shit. Yeah, that's a weird one. I'm a big fan of that one.
Yeah, I like the science fiction aspect.
Yeah, Escape is actually really good too, man. It's a dark fucking movie, man. It's a fucking crazy fucking dark movie. I love all the original Planet of the Apes. What about you?
I like the new ones too.
Yeah, the new ones are great too. Yeah, except for
the new ones too.
What about you,
Not
Davis?
the Tim Burton one? You don't like the Tim Burton one? No.
There was a Tim Burton one?
Exactly.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
What about you, Davis? What's your favorite Apes movie?
I rewatched the whole series several years ago. After the first one, I'd probably go. I think it's Beneath the one. They're in like a huge chamber and they've got like a nuclear bomb or something, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a weird fucking movie.
Yeah, it is.
It was really weird.
It's sick though, man. It's weird.
Was it like a bank that they had in the backdrop or something with columns? I remember.
Oh,
Dude, I haven't seen that
You know
so
what I'm
long
talking
ago.
about?
That's one of those movies that just got burned into my fucking.
Some of them
memory
kind of blend
that
together too. They kind of like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like yeah, but yeah, the first one, Charlton Heston, is fucking great, man.
That's a classic.
Yeah, it's a classic movie. What about you, Mike? What's your favorite Apes movie?
I'd say just the first one. I mean, the remakes are fun, but you know, I'm coming in knowing what's going to go down really. And,
Damn dirty apes. I even liked the TV show back in the day, the 70s TV show. I remember watching that in reruns, man. That was a good.
They were good, man.
Yeah.
There was a cartoon too, if I remember right.
Cartoon, yeah.
Cartoon was cool too.
Damn dirty apes. Eddie Redmayne has arcade. I can't stand it.
Oh, I know there's a hate.
Oh, I can't stand that.
Let it flow, right?
Squinty face. I can't stand him. No. Yeah, he doesn't have the charm to pull that off. You need to have like some kind of like cojones to pull that off. I don't think he does.
Laurie, that's Ray's fuck you bin guy right there. Into the fuck you bin.
Yeah, Mr. Squinty Face. I'm not a fan of his acting. He just squints his way through acting. I don't know. Yeah.
Hey, Eastwood did that, but he was cool doing it.
He had cojones.
Yeah. Right? Hey, dude.
All right. Well, speaking of cojones, Mortal Kombat. We got a Red Band trailer last week. This is like a reboot of we had the first movie and the second atrocious Annihilation movie that no one cares about, which was really atrocious. But we have Mortal Kombat coming back. This trailer looks pretty fun, man. It's rated R. The first movie I believe was PG-13. So this looks like they're going full. You're seeing these fatalities. You're seeing blood. You're seeing like some cool, looks like some cool fights, going a little bit more into the mythology of the characters. So yeah, I was a big fan of the original '90s one. I hated the second one a lot, but back on the '90s one, it's fun in its part. It definitely has a lot of flaws. Not the best movie, but this trailer looks fun, man. A lot of cool action. The scene where he Scorpion and Sub-Zero are fighting, and he slices him, and he turns the blood into a knife. And so I was like, I sold right there, man. So what do you think of this, Mike? What do you think of this trailer, man? Some of your highlights, man. Did you dig this? Are you excited about this?
I did. I dug it. I'm glad it didn't just turn into a fighting movie. Looks like there's going to be some dialogue, some content, some story about the characters, not too deep, but enough that you're not just going, oh, this is a video game movie. So yeah, it looks very exciting, and yeah, the graphics look really good, really deep and gritty.
Yeah, it looks like I like some of the designs on some of the characters. Some of them are, but it looks like they put some thought into this. They're like really going into the mythology, and I like the fact that they're going like the most popular characters in Mortal Kombat back in the '90s were Scorpion and Sub-Zero. And in the movie, in the original movie, they had they were like brainwashed, and they had like a couple seconds of they had a couple cool fights, but you don't have Scorpion and Sub-Zero fight in your movie, like the two most popular like characters and bitter enemies that you have them team up and be brainwashed. So it's cool that you get to see them actually. It looks like they're building up on the mythology of both those characters, the two most popular characters from Mortal Kombat. Who'd have thought that would make sense? So what about you, Davis? Were you a big Mortal Kombat fan back in the day?
Oh, definitely, yeah. I've got some nice screenshots from a trailer from the Humming movie.
I remember those.
Look at those pixels.
Oh man,
man, those are great.
And then we got the actual full school movie.
Your soul is mine. I love that shit, dude.
Yeah. I've got like one pack of Mortal Kombat cards, and almost all of them are of Shang Tsung.
And they should be.
God. Johnny Cage carrying the luggage. Good stuff. But yeah, the trailer looks pretty fucking crazy. Is it gonna be like an Oscar award winning movie? No. Am I gonna watch it immediately? Yes. It's that ice dagger alone, they definitely put the right scene in to right there with that.
Yeah.
Sub-Zero was definitely my character I always played with. I've been playing is this 11 the newest game? Yeah. I've been playing that a little bit lately. I got that not long ago, and it's fun. I've been to story mode. It's okay. But I hadn't played it since it was like on Genesis or in the actual arcade, So
what was the blood code on AB? Was it AB?
I don't remember exactly.
ABBACABB? Abacab.
Yeah, some shit like that. Yeah. That was the Genesis.
Abacab.
Yeah, that was like Nintendo was lame. You don't have the blood code, man. Nah, man. Genesis is where it's at, man. So, Rick, who'd you use back in the day when playing Mortal Kombat?
First Mortal Kombat, dude, I used everybody. This was my fighting game. I got tired of Street Fighter. Street Fighter was like the same thing, like everybody. And then I saw Mortal Kombat one day. I was like, what the fuck is this? I thought it was Pit Fighter for a second because they used the same kind of technology. But dude, I used everybody. I think the guy I played with the most is probably Scorpion. He just looked fucking cool, man.
Yeah, he's Scorpion, definitely my favorite. Yeah, Scorpion Sub-Zero is shit.
And when I saw this, all the characters that they actually included, I was like, oh, okay, they're including these people, but whoa, they're actually telling a story with the characters. Like I don't need to see like Jack. I'm gonna see Jax throughout the whole way, but I mean, let me care about him. Oh, I'm gonna care about him because he froze his fucking arms off. And you have to fucking give him cybernetic arms. All right, I'm invested now. What's wrong with let's get him in there. The only one I have an issue with is Kano. Why is Kano a good guy? And why does he look like Sami Zayn from WWE? It just looks. I don't know if you guys remember the Scott's lawnman, the commercials. Feed your lawn. He looks like that guy. That's what Kano looks like to me. And I'm like.
I think Davis should have played Kano. I think he would have been
Dude, you're on with casting today, bro. Wow. Yeah, I'm juiced though, man. I'm juiced. The fight, like you said, to me, when I saw that fight between Sub-Zero and Scorpion, it's almost like, oh shit. It's like when I got to see, even though the movie's not the best, that TMNT CG movie. That fight between Leonardo and Raphael was fucking dope as fuck. And it's something like, as a Ninja Turtles fan, I was like happy to see. This is like one of those moments I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get to see Scorpion and Sub-Zero like duke it out. Man.
Yeah, I want to see like a 10-minute fucking fight scene. I want to see them fucking go all out and just beat the crap out of each other.
What do you think the guys are gonna zero in on? What's gonna be the story to this though?
Well, of course, the tournament to save all our lives. You know, it looks like I don't know. It seems like we're gonna get more into the origin of Scorpion and the ninjas, so which I'm excited about because I want to see that story. You know, and we're gonna see we see Kung Lao in there, so that he's from
Kung Lao is dope, man. That's from part 2. That's two of my characters right there.
Yeah,
Kung Lao's awesome.
Yeah, what do you think, Mike? What do you think of the story? Is this like kind of following the game story? Is this you think it's gonna be something new? What do you think?
Imagine it'll probably follow some. Imagine probably follow some game story where you have traditional good character versus bad character, but like you said, you've got some odd preview. But yeah, I imagine it's not going to be getting to know you film, but it'll be fun.
Yeah,
not like a buddy film. Yeah, not a buddy film.
Yeah, this come out April 16th. This is part of the HBO Max. We're gonna release everything
Can't wait, man.
So we get to actually watch this. So I'm pretty sure we'll still be in lockdown when this comes out. So it'll be nice to see some movies. And we got January and February kind of out of the way, which always been kind of like the dumping grounds for a lot of crap movies. So that's why we haven't really seen anything too great come out. I'm really excited about Tom and Jerry.
What day is that? 16th?
next week, April 16th. Yeah.
April 16th.
Yeah, which I think is a Friday or Thursday or something.
It's a Friday. Bullshit, okay. Man. Why don't fuck stuff? I want that Thursday. I want that fucking fucking 6 o'clock Thursday release like I'm used to and shit, you know.
So what do you think, Davis? Other than Mortal Kombat, what other fighting game you want to see made into a movie?
They did the Street Fighter thing, and I mean, I loved it when I was a kid. It doesn't hold up so much anymore.
Yeah, shit does not hold up. A good Street Fighter would be nice, but yeah.
I played Tekken a good bit, but I don't really remember a whole lot of I didn't really need a movie out of Street Fighter, honestly, either. But they could make plot around Tekken too. I'm guessing.
Let's see you follow the bear, follow the fucking the bear around.
Kuma.
I want to see his origin. I want to see his. I want to do the Joker Cruella thing with the bear from Tekken. I'll see that. Let's see his side of things. What about you, Rick? Any fighting games you think would be a good movie?
Tekken would be good. They do have story, a backstory for all characters, and they usually all revolve around Mishima Corporation. That's Heihachi, Kazuya, Jin, Jun. A lot of the characters are employed by Mishima Corp. The one that'd be weird would be Soul Calibur, people getting dragged out of dimensions to hold a fucking battle. Too much like Mortal Kombat though. I would like to see Soul Calibur done. I don't know if they've done it in an animation, an animated one. Soul Calibur would look fucking dope because it's just hella people with hella cool ass swords. So,
Clay Fighter or Killer Instinct?
I forgot about Clay Fighter. Oh, dude, bad Mr. Frosty.
So do the rest of America, yeah.
Oh no, that's a travesty though.
It's not a good
Clay Fighter was awesome. Clay Fighter was awesome.
It's not.
Yes.
Killer Instinct, I can see that'd be good. Danny, Turok was not a fighting game, Danny.
No. Turok is actually a free game right now on the Switch, Danny, or I think on.
He was fighting for his life.
Clay Fighter's sick.
Street Fighter versus Marvel, the movie. Yeah, right.
Oh my God, no.
I'm sure Disney could buy
Animated.
Capcom and make it happen. Yeah, but just buy
Animated would be sick.
I want to see a Super Smash Brothers movie. That's what I want to see.
Oh fuck! Can you imagine that shit?
So many seizures. So many seizures would happen in the theater.
Dude, I don't blink.
So much
Would I
flashing
blink
lights.
during that movie? Because I don't blink when I play that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm blinking extra because I'm thinking about it now.
It hurts your eyeballs for sure. This looks good. This might take the crown as the best video game movie. This is looking pretty damn good. It's gonna, like right now, Sonic I think has it right now because it doesn't say much being the best.
I think. But Sonic is great. I mean,
Sonic's good though. Yeah,
Sonic's a great movie, regardless of video game.
I think right now is the best video game movie. What about you, Mike? What's your favorite video game movie of all time?
Oh gosh, the live action Mario Brothers.
There's a certain charm about it. It's not a good movie, but it's kind of fun for the time.
Dude, if you keep rewatching it, you could probably see when they're doing lines of coke and just rewriting scripts.
Video game movies, yeah, they're fun. The Street Fighter movie was not memorable.
Yeah.
As far as
it's been hard to. It's so weird. It's so hard to make a video game into a movie. It's just been like no one's really cracked the code. They've come close, like the Tomb. Like there's like some decent stuff in the Tomb Raider movies, but nothing really memorable. Like I think was it Detective Pikachu came? Actually, not a bad movie.
Not a bad. No, actually, that's a fun movie.
Yeah, it's probably a fun movie for sure. But yeah, I know it's kind of hard to make a video game movie. I don't know, for whatever it is. Yeah, it's Tron.
Tron's great.
But not a movie about video games, not based on a video game though. So. Yeah, so there's actually been more better movies based on video games than actually based about video games and based on. So yeah, I don't know.
Silent Hill, the first Silent Hill game. I mean, for the movie.
Yeah.
As a guy who played that shit, and they show imagery in that's very close to what the game was. And it's actually a decent horror movie, dude. But I'll take Silent Hill. Silent Hill's a good fucking
I gotta rewatch it. I haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah, the second one's okay, but first one definitely.
Better than Sonic?
Which one?
Maybe you're talking about
Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think Mortal Kombat's gonna be better than Sonic.
Maybe.
It depends on the story, how it goes. I have an idea of what the story's gonna be like. Yeah, Sonic being a trilogy is going to be sick because they're going to do Knuckles, and I think Knuckles is going to be number 2. With Tails, and then the third one's going to be Shadow.
Yeah, and I think I heard the rumor that Jason Momoa might be Knuckles.
Yeah, oh God, really? Well, that might work. I just don't want him to be broy, dude. Come on, man. Don't be broy. I don't want Aquaman. I don't want Aquaman as fucking Tails. If you're gonna give me like, who was this character? Called Drogo from fucking Game of Thrones as Tails? Yeah, fuck yeah. Or as Knuckles.
All right, so I'm excited, and we get to see this at home, which is pretty cool. I'm excited about some new movies. It looks like fun. This might take the crown. We'll see. All right, so another trailer, big one that dropped this week. I'm super juiced on this. This is Amazon Prime. This is coming out next month. I believe they're hour-long episodes. Invincible. They came out. They had a teaser trailer a few months ago. This is a full-on trailer. So it looks like this is pulling up from like a lot of the first arc. I would say like probably the first 25 issues of the series almost. There's a lot of things in here. The animation looks dead on, like the art, like the Ryan Otley and the other guy who did the art for the first series, the first 6 issues. This looks great. It's got the tone. It's got the tone, the humor. It's got the blood because the book is bloody as fuck. It's a violent book. People get smashed and ripped apart and pretty bloody. So it looks like the voice casting looks spot on. I like J.K. Simmons as Omni-Man. I think all around I'm digging this, man. This feels like the comic book like brought to life. And this looks like this is like one of the most faithful comic book adaptations I've seen, like from pages screen. Like there've been attempts, like I think the Spawn HBO cartoon was pretty accurate, but this looks spot on, man. This looks like it definitely has the tone of the comic, which I praise as one of my favorite comic books of all time. I think it's better. Kirkman's best work over Walking Dead. It's a great read. I'm super excited about this movie. The trailer looks good. The action looks good. The blood is there. The humor is there. The voice cast is great. I'm loving everything I get. This was my most anticipated Other than Ghostbusters Afterlife, this is like one of my most anticipated things of the year. I'm super juiced on this. Davis, what do you think? What do you think of this trailer?
Dude, I am super pumped. I'm right there with you. I think this is one of the first comics that like I had talked to you about because I remember talking to Alex and he was like, "Oh, he's really into Invincible." So yeah, I can't wait. It is definitely something I've been the most juiced for. I was just looking at. I didn't know the episodes. They're supposed to be an hour long. That's pretty badass.
It 1 hour long. Wow.
Yeah, it looks like
10 1 hour long episodes, which is awesome.
That's awesome.
3 of them drop on the 26th, and then it's 1 a week after that. So 3 hours off the bat. That is probably going to where we're going to watch them over and over again and all that stuff. But dude, yeah, the voice cast alone, like you just see that name, all those names tied to it. It's impressive.
Yeah, it's crazy that when they flash the names at the like towards the end, it's like, oh wow, J.K. Simmons, Sandra Oh, and like
Mark
countless others. Yeah, you got Walton Goggins, Mark Hamill, John Hamm, Dimanjan Hansu. You got just crazy, just like so many Gillian Jacobs, fucking. Rick's boy Ezra Miller. Oh man, they just got everybody in this, man. Mike, what'd you think of this trailer, man?
It looks cool. It looks bloody incredible. I don't know anything about this comic, so I had to do a little research, and it's been around for 16 years.
Yeah,
15 years.
Yeah, ended like 2 years ago, I think. Yeah, it had a proper ending. It ran for like 136 issues or something like that. 125 issues, but yeah, it had a proper ending. It was definitely one of my favorite books of all time. So if you get a chance, definitely check them out. They have the big fat compendiums for like $20. You can buy like the first like 50 issues, in which great. So yeah, definitely recommend. And they're quick reads too. You'll go through them really quick. They're super fast, quick reads, like fun reads.
Yeah, and if they're giving us hour episodes with a 3-hour intro, I mean, yeah, I'll definitely chew on that and be invested in it. I listened to the preview twice, and I'm like, why does that one voice sound familiar? And it's the tin robot, or the tan robot, Zachary Quinto.
Yeah.
Robots voiced by Quinto. That's dope.
Yeah, I caught that. I was like, oh yeah, is that soothing voice for a robot? Pretty good. Yeah, and J.K. Simmons is a great spot voice too, for the elder superhero.
Yeah. Oh yeah, perfect voice. Yeah, and there's a good twist in it too, which I'm glad they didn't spoil in the trailer. But it's definitely there's some cool shit. Yeah, you got Mahershala Ali, Zazie Beetz, Clancy Brown, Lauren Cohen, Michael. A lot of guys from Walking Dead are in this too. There's a little cross promotion too.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So Rick,
people in Walking Dead are awesome too, though. That's awesome too.
Yeah. So Rick, what was some of your highlights from the trailer? Any scenes stand out for you?
Dude, honestly, the one thing that I loved was seeing that end scene. Because that's one of those parts in the book when I read it, I laughed out loud. If all of us could fly, we'd have that one friend that would fucking sit right next to us, like, dude, if you don't take me up with you, I'm gonna tell everybody you're a superhero. Honestly. So I mean, it's just one of those things. Like, oh my god, yeah, and he dreads it. The one thing I'm looking at, and I'm about to reread this after I finish 2 books that I got up in line. I got the Star Wars book trade, and I'm gonna start rereading Invincible because I just bought that book again.
Yeah,
I bought the Invincible. What's it? The Ultimate Collection. That's the ones that's the ones I'm collecting. I'm up to book 13 with those, so I'm still collecting. I think they go up to. I want to say they go up to maybe book 18, but so some things feel like That's why I'm glad I'm rereading it. There are some scenes in it that I feel like they're added. I remember what's his name having more like Grayson being more sure of himself. He never really doubted himself. He was a little bit over eager, and he never really needed help, from his pops. That's how I remember it. His pops wanted to show him the ropes, but he pretty much kind of had a handle on what was going on. He just needed to clean up his heroing, But Yeah, some parts of it. I don't want to be nitpicky because I love the way it looks.
Reread the first couple.
I'm rereading it right now. So I'm rereading it right now. But that's like the one part. Plus all the little. It looks. I'm glad. How much of this are they doing? Because Battle Beast, I don't think shows up that early, does he?
It comes in a little. Yeah, that was definitely one of my highlights here.
Yeah, I was like fucking Battle Beast.
That's what I'm thinking. This is like the first like 25, 30. Because like 10. Hour-long episode. That's a long. You could do the first 6 issues in an hour-long episode. Yeah. So I think they're gonna go deep in this series. So if it goes on pace where we're going, they could probably get like a good 4 or 5 seasons out of it.
And I'm glad they didn't really show what the first arc is. Like I was looking for it. I was looking for like snippets to like show me what's gonna be the first arc. They didn't show it. And for everybody out there, I will tell you, please look out for the Easter eggs in this. There's tons of Easter eggs to like stuff when we were growing up. You're gonna see one of them, just pointed out, is Reginald Johnson High School. You know, that's if anybody knows who Reginald Johnson, it's the Carl Winslow from Family Ties. That's awesome. I love that.
All the trade paperbacks were named after sitcoms.
Yes,
there was all the story, like all the arcs were like All in the Family, What's Happening.
Growing Pains,
yeah. Like Full House. They're all named after sitcoms.
And the principal is named Principal Winslow, which is fucking awesome. So he's the principal of Reginald Johnson High School. So I just want people to find the Easter eggs. They're awesome.
You get to see the Mahler twins in this. You get to see all these. I love all these like cutty ass characters. A lot of them are like analogs of like DC and Marvel characters. You see a lot of that in the series. It's pretty much like Kirkman's like version of like Marvel and DC, pretty much like his take on those like certain tropes, certain comic book tropes and stuff. Like they have their own Justice League, they have their own like Teen Titans, they have their own
Guardians of the Globe.
Yeah, they have their Nick Fury. They have their So this is basically like Kirkman like playing around with superhero tropes and stuff too. So. But with like more uncensored, bloody, like knockdown, drag out fights, and the shot of where they're going, like it almost looked like it was from Akira or something, like him, the character, I don't know which character, but going through the buildings and stuff. I'm always a fan of superheroes going through buildings. I'm always down with that. So yeah, definitely looks fun. Davis, any any scenes stick out to you from the trailer that you're excited about?
I'm just kind of excited that they're keeping it really bloody, like the book is. One thing that, like, when I started reading the book, it felt like it has all the tropes. I thought it was going to be kind of a parody of all the like various superhero things, but then it's kind of a coming of age story of the character, and you love him and see him. It's kind of like when Peter Parker evolve. It has that exact feel. So. Yeah. I really hope that people love it. I love the story. I plan on rereading it as well. So,
I'm going to go back and reread it, man. It's one of my favorite. I've reread it a few times. I always recommend it. Like anybody asks me, what should I read? I don't know. Like, read Invincible. Like I've gotten a few people on it. Like it's really good, man. I sing its praises all the time. It's I'm excited, man. And we're getting some new merch too. We're getting some figures. I think Diamond Selects releasing a 2-pack of Omni-Man and Invincible. They get to see some cool shit. And like David said, I hope people love this. I want people to watch this and love this, man, because I love this character so much, and I know Rick fucking loves this character so much.
Dude, I want spin-off series for everything. Guardians of the Globe, The Astonishing Wolfman, Science Dog.
Astounding Wolfman.
Astounding Wolfman?
Yeah.
Who's the other? And then there's one more, right?
There was his metal character. No, was it that wasn't part of the universe. It was the kid with the. It was almost like Blue Beetle. He had like the mechanized. Forgot what the name was, but that was like.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that was set in the same universe too. Was it dude from Guardians of the Globe was awesome. Was it Blind Tiger?
Oh yeah. No, but there was also that one older guy. He was like a super soldier, but he was like older looking.
Super Patriot.
Was that his name?
I think so. Yeah, that's actually an Eric Larson character.
Let me see. I'm gonna keep looking right now because, dude, the one thing I like about Invincible is that it's a huge. They have a huge world, especially that he goes into space and there's like more things out there.
Yeah, the stuff
they didn't show shit.
Yeah, they didn't show anything from that. Yeah, I don't think he's going to space yet. But it's some epic storylines, man. Like we need, I don't want to spoil too much of it because there's definitely like some spoiler stuff when you talk about what the overall plot is. But it's definitely like it's epic. It's an epic fucking storyline. So there's definitely some cool shit. I can't wait to actually see them pull off, and it looks pretty damn accurate. So I'm pretty excited. Yeah, I'm juiced for this one for sure. Yeah, Rick, you think how many seasons do you think we can get out of this? If
they do it in this format, you probably get maybe like 4 or 5 seasons and then done. Because an hour is a long time to fucking do a show.
Yeah,
you can wrap up shit pretty quick.
That's like 3 episodes of a regular cartoon series.
So wait, you said 3 episodes. So what you're looking at? What 8 hours, 24 episodes in a season?
Yeah,
that's a good fair amount, man. I mean, I think they can do this in about
4 to 5 seasons.
All right, let me ask you a question now too, Ray. Do you think they'll have side episodes of like in another? Because they do have that thing where they go in another universe. You know, they show what's going on for this guy, and it does have bearing on the main story because of what he's doing.
I think you're talking about Alan, like having.
Yeah, exactly. That they're going to give you an Alan episode.
So. I would love to see
right?
that.
Yeah.
Because the side characters are great, man. I would love to see like Rexplode and like
Rexplode, Duplicate,
Team. Was it Team Teen? What the hell's the name of the team squad? Yeah, they're like the Teen Titans man, they could do some great. And my favorite is Monster Girl. We've seen a little bit of her.
Monster Girl's sick.
Yeah. We've seen a little bit of her in the first trailer, so I'm excited to see her in her like arc, her story arc. So I can't wait for people to see this, man. I'm so excited and I hope people read the books. Like go out and read the books if you're excited about this thing. I would say at this point maybe wait and see the show because if you read the book, you're definitely gonna have some stuff spoiled. So I definitely want to see. I definitely want to hear your opinion, Mike, after you watch it. Like what you feel of the story once you see like some of the spoilers and stuff. So it's fun. It's a good time to be a geek, man. I'm telling you, man. So get shit like this, man. Yeah, and there's been talk like doing a live action movie of Invincible for a few years too. I'm sure if this is popular, they'll be something. But I think this is the best way to tell this story like properly because if you're gonna do this on the big screen, it's definitely gonna be watered down. It's definitely not gonna be the same for sure. This is gonna do it justice for sure.
That's what it is. Brit. That's the name of the character. Brit.
Yeah, it was a pretty decent story arc.
Brit was cool. Yeah. Brit
was cool. So it's I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited about this. I'm pretty juiced, as the kids say. We're juiced. Any final thoughts about this trailer before we move on to the pull list?
Oh, one thing I did like was David said that they're keeping the blood, but even like in the changeover scenes, they were like from Amazon Prime. It was like a blood soaked window, which was kind of dope looking. Like so, they are playing it up that it's gonna be a bloody thing.
This is not for kids. Yeah, this is not a fucking Saturday morning cartoon. And I'm glad they're showing this shit like now because people are going to be like, you don't want little kids to be like, oh, superheroes. And like, oh, he's getting his face smashed in. Oh, no.
There you go. Yeah.
Excuse me.
All right. So we're all juiced. All right. So if you're watching right now, appreciate it. Please hit up the like button, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We do this weekly show, SF Company Hour, every week at 8 p.m. Tuesdays. We also do an after show for the Disney Plus WandaVision right now. I think we're going to do Falcon and Winter Soldier. We'll see how we feel, but we're definitely going to finish off the season for WandaVision. It's been fun talking about it and all the spoiler talk for that. Check that out. Check out the YouTube channel. Check out Facebook channel. We have a little Facebook group. You can join in and see some of the news we're going to talk about and some healthy discussions on there. The Instagram we're going to try be a little more active on. Going to try to push that a little bit more and on the Twitters. Just subscribe to all that crap if you want. It's very fun. Ricky, okay? You look like you're.
Good.
You look like you swallowed a bug. You're
Sorry.
Sweating already. No, Bo's not coming on. Don't worry, man. You're right. You're safe. All right. Fun discussions, man. I'm excited. A lot of stuff to be excited about. So speaking of exciting stuff, pull list. Basically, pull list is stuff you picked up during the week, recently, something you watched, listened to, just anything you want to talk about, something fun you want to discuss, and whatever piqued your interest this week. So Davis, I'll start with you, man. What's on your pull list this week, man? Would you anything fun for us?
Let's
Good or bad?
see.
We like to hear people's complaints too.
Because Usagi Jimbo wasn't enough, Japanese samurai culture for me. I started reading Lone Wolf and Cub.
Oh, nice.
And it's pretty good too. I was gonna try and I've been reading it all digital, of course, but I was gonna start buying them all because they're not that hard to find, really, and you find them pretty cheap, all the volumes and everything.
Yeah,
There's 27. There's 27 volumes though, so I was like, that's gonna take a whole shelf. So
and you can find those at a lot of used bookstores and stuff too.
oh yeah, I see them all over the place.
Yeah,
but it's really good. They're real quick reads too. The fight scenes are pretty epic, and they go for pages and pages and everything.
Yeah.
Let's see. I've read the first few volumes of that, and then I watched the Stand miniseries. Finished that the other day.
You know what? You know where the fuck you bin came from? I just finished a video and created the fuck you bin. Four people are in the fuck you. Wait, excuse me. Now it's 7 are in the fuck you bin now.
Your bin flow us over.
You know what, Ray? Ezra Miller is in the fuck you bin.
Finally, you're on board. I think. Yeah, finally on your.
Fuck him for that one, dude. Nat Wolf.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Death Note in the fuck you bin. You know what, Davis? So you watched the whole thing?
Yeah.
You were able to brave.
I finished it the other night. What's up?
You were able to brave the whole thing. Okay, I'll tell you this, because I did like the last episode. It felt like the last episode because that was actually written by Stephen King. It actually felt like the character, because somebody was in control of it. The whole show, they were all off, man. Everybody was off.
I haven't read the book or anything, but I don't know. I watched the first 3-4 episodes, kind of pull you in because it feels like The Walking Dead, kind of like you want to pull for a character and see yourself in a character in the apocalypse and everything, and you're kind of getting to know all these characters and which ones each kind of trope and everything. It kind of pulls you in, but then it takes some turns, as Stephen King things tend to do. But it's batshit crazy. And then, like I said, I haven't read the book, but I could tell watching it. I'm like, there's massive gaps in this that they're like, they left out a lot of stuff that explains a lot of things. And I heard they left out a lot of main characters and merged a bunch of characters together. But it was not great in the end. I felt like
the big thing that I had an issue with, and I go on in great detail, is the way they told the story. Is like, dude, I don't want to see things in flashback form. I have to see things from the beginning because I have to go. You're growing with the character. Why do I care about this person? Don't just show them to me like in the middle of already surviving the pandemic. Like, what have I had invested in them? I haven't seen them struggle. Now all of a sudden here they are in Boulder, happy as shit. No, you can't do that, dude. I mean,
Rick, stop giving away for free, man. We got a video.
It's the whole thing is just Ray you really don't understand on the massive scale how much of a show. It was a failure, dude.
Oh, I know. I'm not watching
on an epic level.
Like when Rick hates something like this passionately, I know it's horrible.
You saw, Rick. You saw the 3 letters that were attached to it. CBS. You knew not to be good from the start. Okay.
It sucks because they actually had a good cast, dude.
That is implied.
So look, I pointed it out. One of the worst characters, 2 of them that they fucked in the show, or 3 of them. It was Trash Can Man. They fucked up Lloyd Henry. And the biggest one of them all, they fucked up Larry Underwood. Larry Underwood is not a good person. From the beginning of it, he's kind of a user. He uses people. He's a piece of shit. But he's the kind of guy who can be redeemed. He never really did fucking like any scumbag shit in this. They made me like him. Yeah, no, look. This is the kind of guy Larry is. His own mother.
This is pull this, right?
His own mother. But it's just. I'm trying to, because the thing is, he watched it, and I can't believe that he actually sat through 9 hours through that. I did too. CBS should send us honestly, Davis, they should send us a fucking button. I survived the stand.
A King of Queens mug or something. Yeah.
No, dude, if for anybody who hasn't seen the stand, look up on YouTube. They do have it on there. Just look up Stephen King's The Stand. And you can watch it for free. Just watch the movie and then watch that piece of shit that fucking CBS gave us. Good casting, but if they would have did that movie, like just redone, you know, like actually told the story of the fucking stand and not what they did. I'm sorry, Davis. I can't believe you have to sit through that,
You
bro.
should have warned him.
It was supposed to be apparently
would've-
Ben Affleck's project. I heard. It was supposed to be
I would have
Ben
loved to
Affleck
see
at
what
all.
he had.
Yeah, it would have been.
Yeah.
It was going to be a movie. It was going to be more of a big budget thing. So I think, I think it's.
Well,
I think they ruined it for the next. You're going to see another remake of this for another 20 years.
yeah.
I-
He wanted to do Lord of
Until
the
I
Rings
fucking
in
do it.
America. So
So,
Kickstarting
it would have
So-
been epic.
Davis, what other thing you have on your list to piss Rick off?
Hmm,
oh, I'm sorry.
I was about to just start bringing Ryan Johnson stuff.
Oh, this
But
is
we won't
exactly how to
mention
do it.
No. What else? I got a Switch, so I've been playing video games for the first time. The last time I owned a game system, it was the 1900s.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm really jumping in, and I've bought a lot of games. Probably spent all the money on them, and they're fun, and it's soaking up my time now in the pandemic, which I've not much to do. So
Any standouts? Any standouts in the game wise?
I've been playing a lot of like the indie games and stuff. I found one called Broforce that's pretty fun. You get to be like various Arnold Schwarzenegger characters, Blade, all the like Sylvester Stallone characters. There's little caricatures of them, and you run through there with their various weapons that are kind of the staples of their movies, and just shit out of everything, you know.
Oh, really?
It's just, yeah, it's just a blow up. Yeah, check it out. It's pretty funny. There's a lot of like
What's it called? Broforce?
Force.
Broforce. It's really funny and really cheesy. Played the South Park game a little bit. They're pretty fun. Not like
Phone
the
Destroyer.
best, but what's up?
Phone Destroyer. Which South Park game?
No, I played. Shit, what was the first one? I'm blanking on the title now. I'm in the middle of Fractured But Whole.
Oh, those are fucking fun. The stick,
yeah, that one.
the sword
Stick
of
of Truth.
The stick of truth.
Yeah, I played that one. That was pretty fun. I played many of the big name games. I didn't get pulled into them. I started playing Breath of Wild, and I was just like, I don't like the menu games. I don't. They should just call that game Menu. The game.
Oh,
That's all you do. You just go
Switching
through.
back and forth?
I can't do it. Yeah, I can't deal with this. Yeah, the South Park are a little bit that, but because I mean they're modeled after them. It's a spoof off the whole thing,
RPG.
obviously.
It's RPG. You know.
Yeah,
You have to
that's
pause
just-
and upgrade.
Yeah, I'm not a big
That's
fan
not my
of
style. I like all the puzzle games and stuff, but
I've been playing Bust a Move, Bubble Bobble. Was it Bubble Bobble? Yeah, Bubble Bobble.
Bobble.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was
I don't
Bust a Move. I've been looking for Bust a Move for a long time, but it was under Bubble Bobble for the longest time. I didn't know that was the same fucking game. So I just discovered it recently. I was like, oh, cool, Bubble. It's Bust a Move. It was the same shit. Okay, so I've been playing the shit out of that. Man, I love that fucking game.
you remember Geometry Wars? Have you ever played that?
Oh, yeah, I
The
remember
cheap
that.
little, yeah.
It was
I
on
found a
Xbox,
game that-
wasn't it?
Yeah, it's not on Switch, but there's a game called Death Ray Manta, and it's the same sort of thing. You're a manta ray flying around shooting fish, and it's crazy colors everywhere, and it's just kind of mindless. You know, same sort of thing as Broforce. You just shoot shit for hours, and I honestly can't tell sometimes if you made it to the next level or you died. It goes so fast. It's a lot of fun.
You're just there, like steaming, like what the hell, man? There's some good games on there, man. Yeah, did you get the Scott Pilgrim game?
Yeah, I did. I've only played like maybe 3 or 4 levels of it so far, but it's fun.
Yeah, the soundtrack is great. I love the soundtrack so much. Yeah, there's some great games, man. Yeah, Switch is definitely one of the best systems to come out in a while, man, for sure. I love that system. I like the fact you can take it with you and you can plug it into the TV. It's just so user friendly and just got a great selection of old school games, all the old Nintendo games, and the Capcom just released a bunch of packs.
Cuphead. You played Cuphead?
That shit's hard, man. It's hard.
It's real hard, but the animation is insane.
Oh, it's amazing.
I
The
love
music's
it.
great. The character designs. I love that old school cartoon flavor, man. It's hard, but it's fun, man. Yeah,
I'm a fan of the games where you die and you come back immediately. Like Cuphead respawns you real fast, and you can keep going and learn the patterns, and that's the only way to beat it.
Yeah. You don't have to
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't deal with loading screens and shit.
No,
like
yeah.
that
Start
take
from the
forever.
beginning again.
Yeah. I mean, but it's good.
Yeah, it's a fun game. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's fun. All right. Well, anything else, Davis?
I think that's pretty much it. Yeah.
All right, right on. Pinball Mike, what's on your pull list this week, man?
Dive back into an old comic. Ray, you almost foreshadowed it. Bringing back my Terror reads. Yeah, I got
I just read it a few months
whole-
ago.
The whole read. Yeah, it's just great. The movie's phenomenal to watch, but reading the book series just really just grinds into the characters. And
Yeah.
I'm on book 19 now, where all the creepy old children are being introduced. And, yeah,
The
that's a lot
blue
of fun.
children.
Yeah.
And had a little bit of a secondhand score.
Oh, nice. The
Oh,
real
the movie
Al.
one?
That's the real
the
Al
movie.
Simmons.
From the movie, Couple Chaos.
Oh, nice.
And then so Jessica Priest from the movie.
Oh, yeah, that was a chick from Return of the Living Dead Part 3.
There you go. And then finally, there was, let's see, Jason Wynn.
Wow.
Okay.
Look at those.
Is that from the movie?
Look
Yeah,
at those
from the
dollars
movie.
of
He's
dollars.
got a Martin Sheen figure, this guy.
He can play president. He can play Charlie Sheen's dad. He has so many roles he can play with that figure.
So versatile. Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Where'd you find those?
Savers here in Redwood City.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, yeah, it's a nice little score. Oh, wait. One more. Bam.
Oh, nice.
Nice. There you go.
Ridiculously
Fuck yeah.
undersized action.
Cygor. Yeah. Didn't you have that? You had that one, Davis, right?
Yeah, in white and purple. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. We've cool, nice, cool finds. How much did you spend on those?
I
Tens
think
of-
they were
tens of
$3.99 each.
Yeah. You overpaid. You should got a discount. Those are cool, man. That's awesome. I like seeing those kind of finds, man. That's cool, man. Yeah, they're definitely worth $3.99 just for the nostalgia factor. Yeah, for sure. Very cool. You gonna open those up?
I will be opening up. The Cygor's already cracked open, so he'll be out stomping around soon enough.
Right on. Very cool. Yeah, we figured out what Davis's figure was from last time. The Skeleton. What was it? Skeleton Warriors. We figured that out.
Yeah. You sent me the text. I was going for like. Did you buy it for like $25? Whatever you found it the other day.
No.
That's
It's
crazy.
cool. Yeah. So yeah, mint inbox.
Was it a cartoon or?
I believe
don't
so.
remember.
I kind of vaguely remember the cartoon, but I remember I remember the toys for sure. Yeah, they were cool looking designs, man. Like cool skeleton looking designs, man. They were very cool, very badass. All right, Mike. Anything else on your pull list this week?
Nothing much other than got caught up on the WandaVision there, and really excited that's gonna be a really neat thing. That website you turned me on to for the villain action figures, I got sucked into that and I looked at all 365 figures they had to offer on the page, and amazing deep cuts that action figures are getting into these days. So I was really excited about some of those.
Awesome. Very cool. All right. Let's see. I guess I'll go next. I picked up this variant cover. It's Wally West playing the drums. So the alternate cover for Dark Knight's Metal #4. I just thought that was a cool look. Wally going off on the drum set. He got his metal drum. He got his Neil Peart drum set going on right there. Picked that one up. I picked up this Tim Seeley's action figure collection book, volume 1. So it's kind of like this looks like it's basically Tim Seeley, like his like childhood, and like basically like all these like storylines with these like different action figures. I guess like it's almost like types of like there's like fake Transformers and stuff. So this looks like it's just like in the mind of Tim Seeley's like all his like weird like storylines he put together with his action figures. Man, I remember doing that as a kid. Man, like kind of like had like cross references and crossovers and like created my own storylines and stuff too. So this looks kind of cool. Cool look. Look, the art. It's like all like 4 or 5 different artists. There's like He-Man type characters. There's like, there's like, his like fake He-Mans, fake, fake, Wonder Womans and stuff. It looks like a cool concept. I haven't read it yet, but it looks pretty cool weird concept for a comic book. So it's kind of all over the place. Kind of goes like into even like the cartoony, like some of the cartoons. Looks like that character from Thundar and like these like weird cartoons. So it's basically like Tim Seeley playing with action figures, like playing with the like childhood concepts of certain things. It looks like a fun read. So I can't wait to dive into that. Also picked up Mighty Avengers. I kind of talked about it earlier. Venom Bomb, great Doom story. Doom. There is definitely one scene where Doom kind of goes off. Great like side. This is the side story I was talking about. Doom going back in time and begging Morgan Le Fay. So great art in between some of the story. Mark Bagley does the rest of the art. But great story. There's one scene. It's like Doom would have definitely got canceled if this if Doom was a real fucking person, because he kind of goes like Carl Danvers. He has the Ventures tackle Latveria. They blame him. There's a venom bomb that explodes and turns everyone into symbiotes, and Doom is blamed. It's one of his things, and somebody sets it off, and so Doom has him captured, and he kind of eviscerates Carol Danvers like really fucking harshly. Like I guess I'll show the panel, but it's pretty. I guess I can't even see it. I can't. I see it here. Can't really show it, but it's pretty fucking harsh, right there. It's I don't know if you can read it, but I don't want to say it because I don't want to get canceled. But it's pretty brutal. I'll send it into a message to you guys so you can read it. But it's pretty much fucking. He says some fucked up things to Carol Danvers. She pretty much just fucking. He pretty much eviscerates her, and he should be canceled for this for sure. But it's a good decent Doom story. Like I said, he's going back in time and having a time travel booty call, which is pretty interesting, pretty hilarious. I've been watching the Muppet Show, loving the Muppet Show, man. I'm almost done with the first season. I'm just going through the season. I just want to watch. I'm trying to watch them all now before they start pulling episodes, because I have a feeling that's what's going to happen. I think they've already put like disclaimers in the beginning of certain episodes for like certain like racial stereotypes and like some certain undertones and stuff. But yeah, it's definitely deserved, because there's some stuff in there that's like damn, they got away with a lot of shit back then, man. A lot of like undertone, like a lot of like weird sexual like undertones with some of like the guests and Kermit. Like everybody's trying to bang Kermit for some reason. Like all the ladies want to bang Kermit and like making Miss Piggy jealous. It's kind of cool to see the beginning too, like how like kind of the story, like you kind of see kind of characters progress and kind of like how they kind of like they did actually have some like story arcs and some like running through lines in the first like season. So it's cool to see like from the beginning the show. I'm loving it so far, man. It's been really fun, man. So the Vincent Price episode. The Jim Neighbors, man. Jim Neighbors singing Thank God I'm a Country Boy, man. The music in the show is so good, man. I love it. Like it just brings me back. I'm loving the show, man. It's cool to revisit.
Ray, I have a question then. So how many times have you seen Gonzo successfully blow the horn?
not yet. Not yet. He's struggling. Yeah, it just the credits and all that, man. It's the music is great, the humor's great. It's like it's not kiddie, it's not adult. It's like somewhere in between. It's just like the writing's so clever, the puppetry is so great. The edits they do to like pull off some of the puppetry, and they bring in different puppeteers from around the world, and they do little skits and stuff too. So it's just a great show, man. It just brings me back. I'm just having fond memories of revisiting the Muppet Show, and I'm also rewatching Head of the Class. I've been going back and forth from Muppet Show and Head of the Class on HBO Max. That's a fun show too, man. 6-year-old Ray's having fun right now. He's watching Muppet Show and Head of the Class. I need a bowl of cereal and some action figures to play with. I'm back in time. So yeah, it's been great, man. To go back and revisit that for sure. What else did I have? Something else. I watched Meet the Applegates. We watched that movie the other day. It's actually kind of a fun movie. It's who the hell's in it? Ed Begley Jr.
Ed Begley Jr., Stockard Channing,
it's
Bobby Jacoby.
Yeah, it came out in 1990. It feels like not a 1990 movie, but it's a weird. It's almost in the vein of like Coneheads and like kind of like that kind of silly family movie. It's a weird plot. Like the Brazilian rainforest is getting deforested, and these like evolved bug creatures disguise themselves as a family, and they're gonna like infiltrate this nuclear power plant. It's a weird fucking movie, and then they become they become Americanized, and it's a weird. It's definitely a trip. It's definitely like it's a weird fucking movie, man. It's entertaining though. Looking back on it, it's definitely like a weird, fun movie for sure. Yeah, you remember this movie, right, Rick?
Dude, it's a satiric take on the nuclear family. I mean, all these giant insects. You even have a dog who's like a fly that fucking flies around. It's fucking funny and shit. There's certain things about that movie like that. Yeah, a little. People are gonna get canceled in that movie.
It's a little. People
rapey. Are gonna get canceled in that movie.
Well, not a little rapey. It's rapey for sure. And he doesn't get his comeuppance too. Like, that's kind of.
You have Glenn Shaddix in it. You know, if anybody likes Glenn Shaddix, Otho from Beetlejuice.
Yeah. Dabney Coleman playing. Dabney Coleman playing a character called Aunt B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the queen of the colony.
Cross-dressing Dabney Coleman is price of admission right there for sure.
Fucking hilarious, dude.
It's a weird movie for sure. Kind of a weird movie, man. Yeah, definitely. You can find. It's hard to find. It's definitely.
I can't believe that. It's hard to believe, man. Meet the Applegates is funny. I would think that there'd be more ways to get that one.
I found a bootleg on eBay, and that's how I found it. Yeah, you can't find it anywhere.
Bootleg. Fuck.
Yeah, that's crazy. Interesting flick for sure. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's it on my list. Yeah, I've been playing Bust a Move. Yeah, I've been loving that shit, man. Bringing me back for sure. All right, Rick, what do you got?
So, well, I think I'm gonna hold it to video games because that's what I've been playing too. I've been playing a lot of video games. So, I'm at the end of Final Fantasy X. I've been at the end of this game. I don't think I've ever even finished it. I'm back at the same place. Same time, just building my character because all I seem to play is Blitzball. There's a mini game, and all I do is play that game. It's like an aquatic rugby game where you're fucking. It's pretty much like hockey in the water. You're checking people. It's fun, but I haven't played the game in ages. I've just been playing this mini game, over and over again. Also, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, dude. Game is awesome. And not only that, it's fucking hard. I tried to play without the cheat codes for like the first 15 minutes before I started tearing my hair out. And dude, it's just funny how your body gets trained to do these codes because all I did was just like, now how does this go? And I just started like doing these. I was like, no, that's not it. And then I did one. I was like, oh. Got one. Let me see this. Oh, got another. And I just kept hitting code after code. Hitting. Like I was like, all right, all I need is the wanted code. I know it's up, down, something. I mean, try. Oh shit, there it is. So I become omnipotent in the game. I'm like God now, just driving everywhere. So, but it's fun. The one bad thing is, I'll say, looking back on it, I was remembering all the great actors who were involved in it. I was like, this is kind of cool. Looking back, the voice acting in it sucks. Like Ray Liotta sometimes is just like he's probably just in the booth, like, hey, what's going on? I'm just happy to be here. But it just doesn't seem like they were really talking to each other. But hella names are in that, and that's great. So Vice City, that's a game. Scott Pilgrim, finally finished it. Got my guy up to pretty high level. So if anybody is ready to rock and roll in some Scott Pilgrim, let's fucking do it. And the last one, it's not a game that I've played yet, and I'm gonna look for it. So I've been watching this streamer play a game called Little Nightmares 2, and it's fucking creepy. It's one of these like side-scrolling games. I'm not sure if you know the game, guys. You ever heard of Limbo?
Oh yeah, I've just beat that. It's great. I love it.
Were you fucked with the ending? Because a lot of people were pissed off because you're just like, okay, you need a Limbo 2 to kind of go on from there.
Well,
but
they have I bought the other game they have. It's similar. I haven't started it yet.
Is it called like
the Inside? I think it's called the Inside. Yeah. I want to play that one.
Yeah,
so,
Steven Larson, the Going Raw guys.
They were talking about it.
He was actually playing through it like inside. He was like doing like 10-minute like walkthroughs and shit when he was playing. It looks like a fun, like side-scrolling, weird fucking puzzle
game. Yeah, it's a side-scrolling puzzle game.
They're creepy.
Yeah, I've been curious about those. Yeah, for sure.
And the kind, I don't know if you guys remember that it's in the vein of Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys remember that.
I know of them. I don't think I've played them.
Yeah, so you don't really shoot or do anything. You just have to solve screen puzzles. You look at a puzzle and you have to kind of just like do everything in a certain order, or you can't, advance. But the one thing I liked about Little Nightmares, it has this creepy factor that just makes your skin crawl. So in one of the scenes, you're
like Ted Cruz, right?
Yeah, well, pretty much. Yeah, you walk into a classroom and you can see like this teacher at the chalkboard, and that you have to fucking sneak past her. Every now and then you can only, she turns around and you have to hide. But when you finally make noise, the teacher's neck starts like elongating, kind of like,
like Phoebe from Friends?
Like Beetlejuice from like the snake, and it starts like maneuvering, kind of like if you guys seen The Abyss, like that water thing, it just like goes in and out doors and follows. But attached to it is like a Beetlejuice kind of head that's trying to bite you, and you're just like this pint-sized little. I mean, you're like it looked like you're a 3-year-old running around in this game, because everything is just blown up to like seismic proportions. You're climbing bookshelves, wow. But it has this fucking crazy creepy feel, man. And so it's called Little Nightmares 2. I'm trying to find if it's like on the Switch, because it's one of those indie games. I think indie games are where to go now.
Yeah. Especially if you love like that old school feel of games,
and they're fun still, and they're hard.
You just pick them up. You don't need to fucking do all this like blue crates and load fucking 3-hour fucking game. Just go right in and start playing. It's fucking simple. It's like simple but challenging at the same time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I like playing some of those indie games, man, for sure.
Yeah, so I think that's where it is, indie games. But yeah, Little Nightmares 2. If anybody can, if you guys want to fucking play a game that's probably gonna make your skin crawl and make you fucking cringe and like holy shit and start fucking like trying to rush because you're scared, it feels like it's a good game.
Awesome. Yeah. Cool. Right on. Very cool. Let's see. We got Ray showed the Invincible sketch. Ray from Hondo. Hondo got me into Ryan Otley Invincible sketch. I don't feel like standing up and getting it. So. But we'll show it off next week. I think I've actually showed that sketch on the show before. Lori just started watching the Muppet Show again. So many great memories. Yeah, great. The music's great, man. Just like, and I like how they give the rub to like these like these actors and singers and stuff that I kind of forgotten about, but I remember them so vividly from the show. So and they do great covers of songs, and like, oh man, it's just great, man. It's just great rewatching this. It just brings back so many memories. I need Muppet Babies now. You brought me the Muppet Show, now bring me Muppet Babies. That's the next stage in the Muppet evolution. I need to see that next. Let's see. Hondo, I'm not here for the wrestling this time. I'm here for Pinball Mike's mustache. I think we all are, really. That's my hidden gem this week. So speaking of hidden gems is just something in your collection you want to talk about, something personal to you. Guest show and tell, something you want to talk about, just whatever you want to talk about. Some like I said, guest show and tell, something cool. So how about we'll start with you, Davis. What's your hidden gem for the week?
So I found these back at the parents, and my
this is a treasure trove over there, huh?
Basically, of mostly Marvel, X-Men, and Spider-Man shit. So found these old books. My nieces and nephews love them apparently now, which is cool. But they're like I Spy books, but X-Men and Spider-Man. Yeah. So.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, it has listed all these crazy scenes like you find in Waldo, and it gives you like a list of items and stuff to find, and then. There's great. A whole bunch more things to find in the back, just like the I Spy books are pretty much,
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm down with that.
I wish there were more like scenes from the actual comics. It's pretty cool looking, but
is there any like specific artists or just like some random? Oh, that's fucking cool. The art looks amazing.
Let's see. The inker is Dave Simmons. Colorist Janice Parker, Michelle Marrero. Kicho? None of the names on these are ones I'd really heard of.
Yeah, so probably just some like children's book artists and shit.
Yeah, but they're pretty good. I mean, like you got scenes like this where the Hulk is doing traffic.
That's
there
awesome.
In the middle.
Oh, that's great.
Silver Surfers flying around.
That
Yeah, it's all
looks
sorts
amazing.
of crazy, wacky stuff.
That looks fun, man. Yeah. What's it called?
It's Look and Find Books.
Oh, okay.
And they're your basic
Awesome.
Spider-Man.
I like that McFarlane. That
X-Men.
McFarlane Spider-Man right there. I'm sure McFarlane didn't get paid for that.
Probably not. But yeah, they're cool. I guess that's the only ones they did. I don't think they.
That's
There's
cool,
just
man.
the two on the back of it, but
Oh, okay. Yeah, I want to look through that Spider-Man one. That looks cool.
yeah,
Yeah, very cool. And now that's a hidden gem right there.
indeed.
Let's see, Mike, what do you got, man? What's your hidden gem for the week?
Nothing much. Actually going through my comic book collection, finding chunks of books that I haven't even read yet. So one of them was this collection of Galactus, the Devourer. With
okay.
It's the collection of them. I guess they just put 1 through 6 in there, and then another one is Silver Surfer Requiem. I've read it before in the past, but I don't think I've read it all together. So
the art's really good in that, man. I remember the art being really good in that series.
Good, it's exciting. So yeah, just digging deep into bins, finding stuff that I haven't read yet.
All right, right on, man. I have so many books I got to read, man. I have a fat stack of comics I need to get to, man. It's so there's not enough time in the day, man. I should be having I should ran out, but I know I guess I keep buying books. Effort. What do you got this week, man?
All right, so I've been mentioning this one before. So this one's by Gail Simone, art with Brad Walker, Jimmy Palmiotti. Secret Six. This is the guy I've been telling you about this book, guys. You got Catman, that's Cheshire Cat. It's like a bunch of little side characters. You got Deadshot, Vandal Savage, or is it Scandal Savage? It's his daughter.
Oh, yeah.
Scandal.
Yeah.
Scandal Savage. So they're pretty much like a team that was put together by Mockingbird, I think, during Identity Crisis, and to do some shit. And it turned out that it was like Lex Luthor behind the whole thing, and he was manipulating them, but they decided to stay a team. It's a little bit darker, and you get to deal with these second-rate I don't want to call them second-rate villains, but it's villains.
Yeah, they're kind of second-rate, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, you sometimes you'll get a Psycho Pirate, Dr. Psycho. But one thing I loved, at one point they did fucking see the Doom Patrol, and it's fucking pretty dope, dude. The art in it's pretty sick. I like reading the side characters. Not everything is about Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman. Sometimes there's more that goes on in these worlds. I never thought I would give a shit about Catman, but Catman's actually no, he's actually pretty dope.
He was a joke for a long time.
He was.
Yeah, and he did definitely brought him into prominence for sure.
See, so in one of the books, there's an exchange with him and Batman. Catman's like, "Oh, I can smell something, on your breath," and Batman just keeps on talking, but the whole time, he's just like, "What is it? What did you eat today?" And he just keeps on talking, and he's just like, "It's cilantro, isn't it? Dude, somehow I can't fucking picture Batman eating a taco with hella cilantro, and it turns out right when Batman's done, he's just like, I did have Mexican for lunch. You're right. and fucking Catman's like, I fucking knew it. And it's just little exchanges like that with a major character that kind of and it gives some weight to Catman, because even Batman's he's formidable. Don't sleep on him. So it kind of gives, it's like wrestling, right? It's like when you put one guy against another one, and he's putting him over. Batman put over Catman. So yeah, and all the other characters are sick, like Ragdoll. Eventually, you get King Shark. You'll get Bane. It's a good. But at the core, it's always I think it's Scandal Savage, Deadshot, Ragdoll, and Catman. The other characters kind of change it up a little bit, but those are the core. It's a good read, guys. I think you'll really like it, Davis. It's that side story since you're trying to get into DC, you too, Mike, trying to get into DC, it's a good. It's almost like reading like the Dirty Dozen of but it's a dirty half dozen. Secret Six.
Dirty half dozen. Yeah, it's a good book. It's a fun read for sure. Yeah. Like
it's great.
Like you make Catman relevant. Yeah. Catman. Last time Catman showed up before that was during the Kevin Smith run.
Really? How was it though?
When he was writing Green Arrow.
Oh, okay.
And he Catman showed up in that, and he was like a fat slob. He got all of he's all out of shape and everything, and so they kind of used that as a storyline for Catman. He kind of like got his shit together and became like a badass again. Like he was on par with Batman at one point, like skill wise. So no, it's definitely a fun read for sure. Awesome. Let's see, Lori. There's a 50% off Criterion sale happening until tomorrow. Grab some stuff. Good
Keyword
stuff.
Criterion.
Yeah. I'm gonna check it out. Yeah, on the website. I guess on the website. Cool. Cool. Check it out. Yeah, I like Criterion, man. I like all the special features and stuff too. So my hidden gem, my Lucasfilm Giants color. I feel the increase. So this I got to do a tour a few 2 years ago of Lucasfilm. I got to do at the Presidio. So I got to go around and kind of like see all the props from movies. They had all the ILM props. So you saw stuff from like Indiana Jones and all these Dragonheart and Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Just all these cool props from the movie, man. It was just like being in heaven, man. Just to see all this stuff. And in the Lucasfilm, they have a shop too. They have like a gift shop in the Lucasfilm. So I bought the Giants Lucasfilm hat, man. My shill hat. So anytime Disney wants to pay me, I'll put the hat on and you can pay me. But yeah, no, it's cool being around that place, man. It was awesome, man. Doing like a behind the scenes of Lucasfilm, man. It was very, very cool. They had a Jar Jar frozen in carbonite like Han Solo, but it was Jar Jar Binks. It was pretty awesome.
Oh, cool.
It
should be.
Oh yeah, just some cool, some cool shit. Cool seeing these props up close, man. Definitely one of the coolest days I've ever got to spend, man. It's just like being like in my heaven, man. Just all these cool Star Wars stuff and seeing all the cool, like seeing all the matte paintings up close, like all these like Cuddy movies. You can see the beautiful matte paintings, all these great backgrounds. These people like put so much great effort into. So it's cool to see all that shit like up close, man. Seeing all this. It was I like that scene in Fanboys when they went into Lucas's office and like they're playing with all the props, like I got the book from Willow, man. Remember Willow? Kaya. Yeah, it was basically like that, man. Just walking around, just seeing all this cool shit from ILM. So yeah, my Lucasfilm Giants colored hat that I picked up at Lucasfilm when I did the tour. That's my hidden gem for them.
Cool. Nice.
All right. Let's see. A friend. Let's see. Lori always fucking
name dropping.
And a friend of mine was a private chef for Lucas at his house in Nicasio. The props in his house are mine. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, Lucas has all the cool shit, man.
Nicasio.
Yeah, I probably. I paid for most of that house, so he better fucking should some thanks. Yeah. That's the only time I ever lost my shit. We, a lot of us are in certain businesses. We meet a lot of celebrities and we interact with a lot of celebrities. The only time I ever geeked out and kind of lost my shit is when I was working a wedding anniversary for some like billionaire couple, and George Lucas like walked in. I was like dumbfounded. So yeah, it was cool to like see him up close, and I did the bad thing, and I went up to him and shook his hand. This is a long time ago, so he could fire me now. But yeah, I just said thank you for all your work, man. Your work has been a lot to me over the years, and I just shook his hand, and that was it, and just walked off. He was talking to this hot Asian girl, so I might have ruined his game, but yeah, might have got him laid that then too. So, it was cool to meet him. So yeah, definitely one of my.
Did you see the Star Wars exhibit when it was in San Jose, the museum there? They had the.
No, I remember the one they had at the. I remember seeing the MoMA one back in the day. In the city, they had a MoMA. They had a Star Wars exhibit back, like I think probably like in the mid '90s, I would believe, like maybe late '90s, like or before the special, like after the special edition came out, I believe. It was cool. I've seen some of that stuff up close already. So yeah, but I missed that.
I'll never forget this. I'll have to get the photos and send them out to you. they had the land speeder rather, set up there, and for the movie props they used a $6 million man figure. I mean, they had it there, and it was just the bus with no legs. It was just so. You look
awesome.
back at those props then and props today.
They're non-existent. They're all green screen. There's no props anymore. Yeah, I love all that practical effects, man. They're awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, awesome. Good hidden gems this week. Fun discussion, man. Man. Any other chats? No, we're good. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel. Like the video, helps with the algorithm. Appreciate that. All right. So before we get out of here, Davis, any last words before we get out of here? Before we skedaddle?
I think now that I've found like a comic book related thing that you've never seen before, I'm gonna send them in graded. What do you think? And just my nieces and nephews are not getting these back.
Yeah, there you go. I want the Spider-Man one. I think I've seen the X-Men one. I haven't seen the Spider-Man one though. Yeah, that's fucking cool. That's very cool. Right on. Pinball Mike, man. What hockey game can we find you at? We can't go to hockey.
Coming up this weekend, you can check out the winter game. It's in Lake Tahoe. They got 2 games. Outdoor rink. Nobody's allowed to be there, but we can all watch it on TV.
There you go. Sounds like a plan. Right on. Anything you want to plug? Anything you want to talk about?
What's up?
Yeah, no. Anything else you want to plug or anything?
No. Just go out and buy some hella hot sauce.
All right, right on. Oh yeah, that's some good. I've had some. I think I actually still have some. Yeah. So, let's see. Lori asked some good questions. If you have one piece of Star Wars, what would it be? One piece of merch from Star Wars. I would probably get Luke Skywalker's lightsaber from Return of the Jedi if I could pick one piece of merch. That would probably be one of mine. What about you guys? Any Star Wars merch you'd want to keep?
Definitely lightsaber.
Yeah,
I think it's a lightsaber.
It's got to be a lightsaber, right?
I want the metal hand attached to it.
I was just about to say Hayden Christensen's like claw.
It's something like that would be like dope. I mean, everybody's gonna want a lightsaber. Like as a Star Wars fan, you want a lightsaber. I mean, the only other thing we'd probably all want is like I want R2. I want a life-size fucking working R2.
Or a Millennium Falcon model. That'd be cool.
I don't know. I want a Millennium Falcon.
Solo's belt definitely with the hip blaster and
everything.
Cool.
That's a cool shout. Princess Leia's bikini from Return of the Jedi.
Boba Fett's helmet.
Yeah. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, it's
tough. R2's a good shot, though. I wouldn't mind having a fucking R2.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having an R2 unit, but no, I'd definitely go in lightsaber. You
got to go lightsaber,
yeah.
Any particular one?
No, I'll take the one that nobody wanted.
Kit Fisto.
Actually, Kit Fisto has a cool looking. Who has the ones that are horrible looking are the ones from Phantom Menace, the Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon lightsabers. They just look like fucking flashlights. They don't even look right, man.
I do. I've got this one.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Awesome. There you go. You look like you're at a rave.
He looks like he's about to fight Dooku.
There you go. Awesome. What about you? So after you say a lightsaber with a hand attached.
No, now it's like all of that hand with the hand attached. But if I would love like a Death Star. Yeah. That'd be cool. Like the little prop that they use for like the Death Star, like the model that they use to film that. I think I'd like
that they didn't blow up.
Yeah. Or even a model of a reconstructed, the one from Return would be.
Actually, I like that. I like the look of that Death Star better.
Yeah, I think something like that would be like just awesome. I don't want something obscure. I don't like. I said Boba Fett's helmet, but how many times are we going to hear that? Boba Fett's helmet. Like another thing I would like, just like part of me, because I like the Harryhausen's kind of. I would like a Rancor.
That's cool.
Or a Tauntaun. the Tauntaun models that they use for the stop motion. I would like one of those too.
At Walker would be cool.
Yeah, an at Walker would be sick, dude. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, like shit like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you think Bo has a Wampa costume? I'd like one of those.
Yeah, he doesn't shave for a week, and then this is Wampa costume.
Oh, I could do that one day. Once it gets gray or white, yeah, that'll be my costume.
There you go.
Awesome. That's a young Obi-Wan right here.
I do have a Jedi robe. That's
I think you got a young Obi-Wan look going.
Obi-Wan the college years.
When I go to DragonCon, I was like, okay, I have to be a character with a beard, so it's Jedi or Krieger from Archer. So, I was like, who else am I going to be?
So many characters, so many. I'm sticking with Kano though. So Rick, what do you want to say before we get out of here?
No, shout out to everybody who's helped us with the show again this far, man. You know, shout out to everybody who's
using
watching.
A sexy voice, it's fucking good.
Shout! Yeah, we've come to the end, folks. You know, it's like turn off the lights at the segment. I'd like to say thank you to everybody who's been contributing to the show. I'd like to say thank you to everybody who's been watching. The word of mouth. Just thanks to everybody. This is fun to do. Actually, people don't trip on it. It's just us getting to talk about nerd shit and our opinions on it. Our opinions, are just our opinions. That's it. Even though I get mad about everybody else's opinion, because I'm trying to switch.
Well, Rick's opinion is the definitive opinion, so it's.
I'm glad you finally feel it that way. Thank you. It took me a while, but it's there. But yeah, just thanks to everybody who's contributed. Emily, Phil. Graham, still fuck, man. It
takes a village. It takes a village.
Yeah, we've been at this for a while, and now we have our friends. They're doing the Gold Dirty Bastards. We have them coming up. So and then six scale reviews on Instagram. That's Dre and Danny. Hopefully when if they get their show coming off, we can have them for another figure show. And have them collaboration. So just shouts out to all the people who are doing their thing. I'm glad to see all of us are passionate about the things we're passionate about. Ours happens to be nerd culture. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Hondo, Obi-Wan, the Saved by the Bell years. Yeah.
I'll take it.
I'll be AC Slater.
Great show, gentlemen. As always, thanks, Lori. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
The most fun I have on a Tuesday. I'm sorry, Lori. I'm sorry. What you this is the most fun we all have on a Tuesday night for sure. Yeah, right on. Just keep looking out for more content. We got a Rick video hopefully dropping at some point this year. I don't know. Rick's editing and
the fuck you been it's been set, man. Sorry.
Yeah.
I know people are gonna hate me for that, but fuck you guys. You guys will jump in the fuck you been too.
Well, if anything, if you already jumped off the Rick bandwagon, man, that's your fault. Check out more stuff. Check us out every Tuesday at 8 p.m. for our weekly show. Check that out. We also do an after show on Fridays, usually around 11 a.m. Talking about WandaVision. I think we're going to keep it going for the other after shows. We'll see how we feel. There's a lot of stuff coming out for Marvel this year. It's pretty much loaded. Pretty much every week is some Marvel stuff happening. So it's a great time to be a nerd. For sure. That's not even counting the Star Wars stuff that we're going to be getting too. So yeah, we're got a lot of content to talk about. Look out for some more. We're going to do basically doing some reviews for some of these movies coming out soon. So we're going to a lot of cool movies coming out in the next couple months. So we're definitely going to try to get some reviews and get different folks on.
I want to get something. So there's two movies right this month, right? We got Kong and next month coming up. We got Kong and Snyder.
And Snyder Cut, and you got the Invincible TV series, and you got fucking I think some other shit too, man. We got a lot of shit coming up, coming up soon.
We're gonna be busy, Ray. We're gonna be busy.
Yeah, busy. Nerding out. Yeah, check that out. Like and subscribe, share with the friends. We get a lot of word of mouth. People like telling their friends about us, so appreciate that. That's a good way to spread the news of the show. And check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that crap. And check out for some more fun stuff. We got some more fun stuff coming from some more cool shit happening. So look out for some cool shit. All right, let's get out of here. Wow, short one, man. We've been doing these 3-hour ones, man. This feels like a fucking it feels like a breeze. Oh, look at that Godzilla. Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
That's very cool.
Go, go, Godzilla.
Godzilla. All right. Awesome. That's how we end it, man, with some Godzilla, man. That's how I like to end every show. All right, guys. Thanks, Mike, for coming on. Thanks, Davis. Appreciate it. We'll see you guys next time. Rick, stay safe, and we'll see you guys next time. And you guys have a good week, and peace.